I didn't even think about it, but on Monday I should have went on. There you go. What up, folks? Good morning. Saturday morning. Welcome, welcome. All one people that's in the chat right now, it looks like. I'm in there, Blue Collar's in there probably, and one other. So it looks like three. Maybe Average Jane.
I don't
Uh
know. I don't think she's in there. She's in the shower right now, so unless she
well,
brought her waterproof phone.
she might be listening to us in there. Who knows?
No, I don't think
Roadkill, good morning. Kevin Hawthorne, good morning. Vegas Stacker, good morning. Looks like a light crowd so far. What I was gonna say is I didn't even think about it, but on Monday I should have went to the live stream and commented on the live stream that I had set up instead of I went to your live stream instead of the live stream I had set up.
I didn't even see you in there, by the way. But I was on my phone, I was on YouTube, I was very disoriented.
You
I
were in the
couldn't
middle of
figure
the
out how to
ocean.
do it, on YouTube.
Oh, yeah, we don't do that anymore.
No, it's been a while. The only time I ever do that is when I'm driving and I can't look at it anyway, or if I'm creeping the coin shop.
It was one of them things. It was a last minute thing, and I just totally slipped my mind. And I didn't mean to put you in a bad spot, but I was
Oh, not
planning
at all.
on still going live. But then my wife, she got the email that I sent her, and oh, it was a mess. But
Yeah.
it is what it is.
So you got an email from the do you wanna talk about it or you
Yeah, I mean, I don't care. It's no big
No, I was
deal.
gonna say, I was just gonna ask you how they told you the diagnosis was in an email?
Yeah, I mean, we pretty much knew he had a cardiograph done the week before, and we were just waiting for the results. And the vet had called me before the results and gave like a preliminary thing, and then she called and went over the results with me, and then she sent it also over in an email.
Mm.
So it was like a little bit of everything. But I had forwarded that email to my wife, and you know how that goes. Things um, start reading the email more and more and more, and it just wasn't good news. That's all. Sucks, but shit, it
Yeah.
happens. Basically, in one of the parts of the email, it says like, "Don't be surprised if he suddenly dies." So
Right, right.
when you read that, it's fucking tough. He's 9 years old, and he's our everything. So you know how that goes.
No, of course. I know, I've been down that road, and I'm not one of those I'm not gonna sit here and tell you how, you should feel about it, and I know how I felt about it, though, so I'm back you, man. I'm, behind you 100%. I know how it feels.
I've been down, man. I've had animals my whole life, and that's why I originally told my wife I didn't want dogs, but I wouldn't trade it for anything in the world. It's been an awesome 9 years with them, so that's all we can ask for.
Well, you don't write him off yet, dude. He's
No, I
you're
know he's still kicking. He's a tough. If any dog can overcome anything, he's a tough son of a sob. I'll tell you that.
yeah.
Roadkill says, "Let's go, boys. I'm headed to my LCS real quick before I head to work." Nice. I heard the premiums are like crazy right now because all these LCSs. Scotty Aquati, West Texas. Good morning. Good morning, Walter. Good morning. Good to see you. Bees Knees. Good morning, Bees Knees. Farmer Stacker, what's up?
Hey, farmer, I'm gonna smurf you. I never smurfed you, dude.
Smurf
Uh,
'em.
I gotta smurf everybody. Hold on. It's a Smurfy
Yeah.
Smurf day.
I was watching
I don't know
Vermillions in a
bee's knees, so I can't smurf you yet. But go ahead. I'm sorry.
Vermillions in a awkward spot. Not a spot that I would ever see him.
Oh, I didn't watch his latest couple videos. I was busy cruising.
Yeah, his last one is pretty much saying that whatever comes over the counter is whatever they got, and that's it. You know, um, it's a weird time right now.
Isn't that pretty much how he always is, though? I don't think he ever sources. Like he might source some gold once in a while, but I don't think he ever sources silver, does he?
think he was like at one point just because like, he goes through so much. But like he's basically saying if he's out, he's out, you know.
Yeah.
Which is pretty crazy. But
Well,
I
maybe
know
that.
the premiums from Elemental are like over like I think $1.50. So if these coin shops have to go to them for product, then they're paying $1 over per se, say. So they're gonna pass that dollar over right on to us.
Oh, okay. Bee's Knees, your international stacker gave us a shout out. Was that today or was that the other day when in his stream?
Nice,
Yeah,
nice,
I was in his stream the other day and he gave me a nice little shout out. That was cool. He mailed me a package, sent me an email and everything. So I got one of those little crustacean coins coming that basically that I met him in the wild. So that's cool.
cool. I've been going on his live streams 2 days ago. He says he thinks he dropped or he said something. I go on his live streams and I do a little gifted membership every now and then if I catch him on a live stream. I think it's like
Nice.
$2.99 or something, so I'll gift like a membership
Yeah.
just for giggles and
Yeah, I
shits.
was trying to figure out how to gift a membership. I couldn't figure it out, man. I'm like going in there. I was like gonna do the same thing because I saw you did it a couple times, and I was like, oh, let me try this out. I couldn't figure out how to do it.
If you go to the little money sign next to the chat, it'll
Yeah.
come up with like membership, gift membership, blah 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 blah. Do that.
Oh,
I mean,
okay.
it's like I said, it's 2, 3, 4 bucks or something. So why not?
Yeah.
It's pretty cool. I think somebody gifted me a membership in there once or something. I was on somebody's and somebody gifted me one, so I just started trying to pass it along. It's a
Yeah,
cool
that's
thing to
pretty
do, I
cool.
think. Walter says it's tough at the end, but well worth the emotional investment. Yes, I agree. I agree.
Yeah, and then West Texas said he thinks it's going lower. Um, silver, that is.
I don't know. Roadkill. So, what are you guys think's going to happen with the market? Is it going to steady, regain, stable, or is it going to crash again? I don't know. I really haven't caught up on much stuff. There's so much like so many videos out there, and who knows what to believe on all this stuff.
Yeah.
Um, I don't know. I think it might try and stable out a little bit. I'm not real sure.
Yeah, it's
The
hard. It's hard to say. I mean, there's some. Well, let me share a little chart, I guess. Let me see how we can do that.
Farmer Stacker says people are loving the copper, huh? Seems like online is sold out a lot. Yeah, copper's become popular. Blue collar will tell you about that.
Yeah, for sure. I've been selling through it like crazy. I got a
Uh,
bunch on order, but I'm gonna probably run out before it all comes in.
nothing wrong with that. That's good. Turn it up, turn and burn.
Yeah.
Uh, Faithful SRT, welcome in. Good to see you. He says, come on Monday. Need a PC. Roadkill's a moderator on International Stacker. Okay, cool.
Oh, cool.
Nice.
He's a moderator here too now.
There you go.
I think I just made him a moderator. I don't know what that actually means. You can ban somebody if somebody gets out of line. Like if Gator shows up. I thought Gator said he nuked his channel yesterday, didn't he?
No, I don't know. I don't follow him. Did
He's
he really?
he Yeah, he did a live video. Did a live video yesterday and he says, "Oh, this is gonna be my last video."
How many times has he said that?
Yeah, this will be my last video, my last live stream, dude. I sold all my gold today and bought Bitcoin. Got almost half a Bitcoin.
You sound just like him.
I'm trying.
Uh, West Texas says, Farmer, I think there are other reasons why the online dealers are out of copper. No, I think they're trying to replace silver, and I think a lot of people are turning to copper for some reason. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't have an explanation for it. It's just like all of a sudden it caught fire. I'm hoping I get all my stuff in and I can sell it before it loses its shine again, you know.
Faithful SRT, the gift membership option is only available via PC. No, I was doing it on my phone. I was doing it all on my phone.
That's yeah, because I couldn't find it unless maybe you have to be a member of that channel.
No, because I'm not a member on there. I don't believe.
Hmm.
I don't think so. I just gift everybody memberships, and I'm not a membership. Roadkill says, "Yeah, Gator's going crazy because of that crab raid. He's losing his mind. It's crazy." Oh, that's right. He got raided, and now he's been like banning people left and right.
Yeah, I think well, Gator goes on there and he talks crap about Silver, and that's not a good way to win over the crabs. So he
Well,
probably has gotten a lot of backlash on that.
it's funny that International rated him like that because, well, maybe he just saw like the name and figured he was a stacker. I don't know.
Mm. No,
I
I'm
don't know if
pretty
it was.
sure I'm pretty sure he was familiar with Gator. And then maybe he was one of the only other ones live that day, and that's how it came about. I really don't know. Maybe he's a
Was he
fan.
doing it to mess with him, you think?
I don't think so. I don't
Roadkill
know.
says I saw Gator say he said he can't tell if he's playing a character or if that's the real him. Yeah, I don't know. Gator's an interesting character.
Yeah, I'm not gonna say anything bad about Gator because I kind of like him. I got a little soft spot for that guy. I've been watching him for a long time, but he does seem like he's going down a pretty dark road. And I don't know.
But yeah, I'm not sure if that's a character or not. He's a good dude, he is who he is, and he doesn't hide it, which is cool.
Yeah, yeah, you're
Littlefoot,
right.
good morning.
You're
What's
right.
up, pal?
He's a pretty sharp guy, and it might be just a character. You know.
Yeah, it's weird. I don't know. Faithful SRT says, "Oh, wish my iPhone had the option. It don't though. It should. I got an Android. If my Android does it, it's all right."
Yeah,
Faithful SRT said sold all his PMs at 50. Yeah, he sold them pretty low, which
what's
I
up,
mean,
Littlefoot?
it's his metal, so it is what it is.
Who
Littlefoot, thanks
Gator
for
sold everything?
I got Littlefoot's comments about from Monday. I appreciate it. And I do apologize to everybody for the short term or the short notice on canceling Monday and not letting everybody know, but is what it is.
Yeah, and I gotta throw out an apology for just being a stumble bum on Monday too. I was like, I listened back to it and I was like lost. I didn't know what to say, and I was just like, bah, 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 bah.
Yeah, I sort of caught you off guard too, but like I said, I was planning on going live, and then my wife called, and I figured I'd hang out with her and the pup, and just chill with them and take a night with them. And I was
Yeah.
like on the couch with my wife, and I'm like, yeah, I wasn't even famous today because she always says it's time like when I come up to the office to do the live stream, she always tells me she's like, yeah, Daddy's going to be famous, and I'm like, so I told her I said I didn't even become famous today, so she was like,
Infamous.
oh yeah, that's right. She's like, I'm sorry. I'm like, no, don't be sorry. It is what it is, and everybody understood, I'm sure, so which is very nice, and a couple people reached out and a couple people sent some cool comments, which is very thoughtful and very appreciative. And it was funny because Littlefoot commented, I hope his pups are okay. And somebody else commented, like, I hope his family's okay. And Littlefoot's like, oh shit, I didn't even think about it. Yeah, I hope his family's okay. And I'm like, my dogs are my family. And Littlefoot knows me all too well that it was probably something with my pups. So
Yeah.
no worries.
Yeah, I kinda knew that right away too, but it didn't seem like you wanted to talk about it, so I just backed off, and I was just like, "All right, yeah, dude, I'll just go on for a couple of minutes and let everybody know what's going on."
I
What's
was
up,
trying to like
Becky?
I was trying to run around and he needs different food. So I was trying to like go to different I went to one pet store to find the food. Um and then they had it, but then they're like, "Well, you need a prescription." And I'm like, What the hell, really?" And so they're like, "Well, you can check." I think that was Petco, and they're like, "You can check PetSmart. I don't know if they need a prescription." So I run to another 15, 20 minutes the other direction to go to PetSmart, and they didn't have the food. So then I had to call the vet. Then I had to stop at home and print out the prescription. Then I had to run back to Petco, and then I had to run to the vet and pick up some medication before they closed. And I was like trying to do all that before 6 o'clock. And Yeah, I that was my fault. I just didn't have time to text you and everything. I was trying like on the road and everything, and it was a crazy
Yeah.
day, but shit happens.
Well, honestly, my feelings weren't hurt too bad about not doing the show because, we were only on a short cruise and it was like gonna kill the rest of the night for me. And we ended up having a really good time. We went down to like they had a deck party. And it's like, I don't get down there and I'm not like on the dance floor jamming, but it's great people watching time, because it's a bunch of old people mostly. There was one lady I thought I was gonna have to jump in and do some CPR on this lady.
Shit,
Um, she had some young dude dancing with her, and the dude was just running her ragged, dude. So it was funny. It was funny.
that's funny.
There's always something good to look at.
People watching is great, man. I do it at work all night long. The people watching at my job is freaking unreal. I couldn't
Yeah.
even. It's crazy. Roadkill says, "Yeah, I hope Gator can pull himself out. I think he's pretty cool. I always laugh when I watch him." Yeah, and that's the thing.
Yeah.
Like nobody knows if it's like real or not, and he's a goofball, and he is who he is. I think that's just his personality, which is cool.
Yeah. Like I said, I've been watching him for quite a while, and ever since he's been on, and he always used to come on and say, "Oh, this is a gold stackers channel. I'm a stack gold," and he never showed anything but silver though. And I was like, dude, why don't you show some gold? And finally, he started showing some gold.
Being Becky, good morning. Matt Wingate, good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Good to see everybody.
I'm thinking about dropping a link in the chat, see if anybody wants to jump in, say hello, talk about the silver crash, if you will. I
Alpha
forgot
says, I've got
about.
something important to do. I've got to leave out about 15 more minutes, but I'm here for now and I'll listen on the ride. Thanks, Littlefoot. Greatly appreciate you as always.
Absolutely.
I mean, everybody sort of knew, and I mean, not everybody, but a lot of people um, expected this pullback or crash or dip or guacamole or bean or queso or whatever it is. A lot of people expected it, and a lot of people were calling for it to happen.
Yeah.
Um, this bad. Some people, I think, expected worse. And like you said, I don't know, and you don't know, nobody knows if this is the end of it, the middle of it, the bottom of it, the top of it. Um, I just we're just in interesting times, that's for damn sure, and they get more interesting every week and every day.
Yeah.
I
I don't
I
know if
think
I dropped a link. I don't know if it's active or not. It doesn't appear blue to me. Does it look blue to you?
yeah, it's good.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I dropped a link if anybody wants to jump in there and just say hello. Say good Saturday morning.
Silver Sleuth, I tend to agree with you, which is funny. It's not funny that I agree with you, but it's a funny thing. He says the sky is falling. It's only hovering between 65 and 80.
Yeah,
and,
yeah,
and that's the thing. And that's like Blue Collar and I, we text all the time. And I'm like, it's dropped from 120 down to 77, like you said, hovering between 65 and 80. A year ago this time, we would have been jumping for joy and doing backflips to have it at 65 to 80.
yeah, for
So,
sure.
I mean, people have to take a breath and they have to zoom out and just look where we were and where we are and where it can be. I mean, it can go back to 40, it can go back to 30, it can go back to, or it can go to 150. Who the hell knows? And if you know and you have a crystal ball, I wouldn't mind if you'd share with me.
Yeah, I think I like the way it kind of made like a little V bottom there. It was down to I don't know if you can see my mouse here, but it's down to like 64 and change, and then it kind of bounced off that. Um, I don't know.
It's the 2 hour chart.
I don't know what it is. Yeah, 2 hour. What's the day chart? Let me see the day chart. What that looks like.
It looks like a mess. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it still doesn't, it's
I mean, I
still
don't know if
not
you
bad.
can you see this little mouse pointer?
Yeah.
Okay, so I had set these lines up based on stuff that Garrett Soloway had said, and it did kind of pierce there, but it did rebound right off that, and came all the way back to almost 78. So I don't know. I'm still feeling kind of good about eventually making my trade, but I don't know. I'm not sure if I probably missed that whole rocket ride.
Well, I mean, you never know. It's at 63 right now, I think, is what I see. Um, Let me see.
No, is it? Oh yeah, it is. 63. It
Was
was
that
at
a kick?
72. It went all the
Was
way
that
up
a
to
kick
like
in the nuts for
72.
you?
Huh?
Was that a kick in the nuts? Did I not want to tell you that?
No, I knew it was there. I just, to me, it still sounds shockingly high because when it went to 72, I was like ready to jump overboard. And I was just like, oh man, look at this mess.
Yeah, so I mean, even it's sitting at 63, so you're not in a bad spot still. And even if it
No,
goes back to 100, who the hell cares? You hold on to it, and if it dips back to where you want to trade it, you trade it.
no,
You
but
know, it's
the whole thing is you got to figure like, why did I miss it? If I missed it in the 40s, I don't think I did because, like I said, I mean, I texted you and I texted Fish every time I threw the little coffee can into the car. Got the coffee can right here. Every time I threw it in the car and went down there to make a trade, he never had the gold. And he had 16 people in the store, and it just wasn't going to happen. You know, I'm not going to sit there putting all the silver on the counter, have him count it. It would have took him an hour to do that, you know. Or maybe just in the back of my mind, I was thinking, no, no, you can hold out for more. You can hold out for more. So a little bit of greed kicked in, I guess, too, you know.
I
So
think it was a couple
now I
different
gotta
things,
live on
though.
hope. Huh?
I think there was a little bit of greed. You know, I can read it in your text messages, and you were hoping for lower, but even if you do it right now at 63, you're still good. You got it at 100, so I mean, you're still coming out ahead.
Yeah.
But I mean, it's your stack, which is what it always makes this journey cool. So you can do whatever the hell you want with it.
Yeah, and I always say worst case scenario is I end up with that. End up with that. That's not too bad. That's not
Yeah,
a bad deal.
exactly. Like you and I were talking before we came on. You know, it's better than having filthy fiat like I have on my screen,
Yeah.
which are only dollars, so it's not nothing crazy. I'm not worried. Matt Wingate says, "What's the GSR? I missed it by a day." From what I see, it's like 63.8, so figure 64. Silver Stallion, thank you. He says, "Smash that thumbs up. Appreciate you."
Thanks,
Silver
Stallion.
Serpents, good
I'm glad to
morning.
see Stallion around again. Hey, for a while there, he was kind of MIA. Hey, Stallion, if you want to jump on that link, why don't you tell us why you were MIA? He was kind of missing in action for a little while.
Lakes Giuseppe, what is up? My brother from the same mother. What up, Pupper? My youngest one came to see me.
Oh yeah,
Um, yeah, I mean, I don't. It's gonna be an interesting week, I think, for sure, to see what happens, what rebounds, and what doesn't. And I was watching. I was trying to watch Salivate Metals real quick before we came on. Of course, he has said something about some guy in China trying to manipulate the prices and stuff.
yeah.
I
Oh
didn't get
yeah,
a
that
chance.
guy Bean.
Yeah. So what's the story about some guy in China, some billionaire trying to manipulate the price?
Yeah, supposedly the story was I heard it yesterday. I'm trying to think of who the hell was. Oh, dragons, silver dragons had a whole video on it. Supposedly he is short 450 million or something ounces of silver, which is more than the whole Shanghai exchange, which I don't know if I believe that either, but I don't know. Who knows, man?
That's
And
the whole thing. Like with it
supposedly
right now is
China,
like
Shanghai exchange supposedly froze his account for 30 days and he can't do anything. And now they're saying, oh, yeah, that's going to make it go up because of it, he's going to have to cover. And I don't know what the hell they're talking about.
Littlefoot says the dude has like 130% of what China does. I think it said.
Yeah, it did say that. Yeah,
but he lives in
130%.
Europe. Interesting. So he's like the Hunt brothers
In reverse.
in reverse.
Yeah.
He's trying to crash the market.
Yeah, he's trying to crash the market. So we got Silver Stallion backstage. Let's bring him up.
What's up, Thousandaire? Good to see you, Thousandaire. Silver Stallion, what's up? Good to see you.
What's
Mr.
going on, boys? Can you hear me?
Loud and
Yeah,
clear.
we can definitely hear you. I thought about you at the fun show because I think Austin Hutter was at the fun show.
That's
And
awesome.
yeah, I walked by the table and I was like, oh, damn, where's Stallion been, man? Because
You
I
know,
know you
I
did a nice little
literally
3-part
didn't
series
make
with him.
I didn't make my appearance until the fun show. That's what got me back out.
Oh, yeah. What happened? Why did you kind of go dark on us?
Well, long story boring. The channel was never really mine. You guys will hear me a lot in my videos talking about, my editor started the channel. My editor wanted to start the channel.
Yes.
But the editor was actually my wife. So it was my wife who wanted to start the channel. But she ended up, there was some YouTubers who were leaving nasty comments on the page. And so she kind of took it to heart and she didn't want to do it anymore. And so
Okay.
I continued the channel just to kind of show her like, hey, you gotta stick it out. I'm gonna continue the channel so I could get into the industry. And I actually just got into the industry and I start on Monday. But I'm not gonna announce what job I got because honestly I struck gold by getting it. So I'm gonna wait till I get a couple of years under my belt. But I'm officially working in the industry, so I'm excited.
Oh, that's awesome, man. Congrats.
Congratulations.
Yeah, very cool.
Thank you.
Very cool.
So
So
you're
once I get about a
gonna
year
keep
in, I'll start taking pictures and start doing some behind the scenes stuff with you guys.
nice. So you can you're gonna make videos still a little bit here and there or no?
See, I think once I get that year under my belt and I get that experience and I can actually have some experience to talk about, I want to start doing some behind the scenes stuff, doing more tours, do the channel a little bit bigger than what I was doing before. So yeah, I think in about a year, I'm going to start to revamp it and bring it back. But I'll still be around in the community.
Good deal.
Cool.
Good deal. So can you say like in what capacity, or you don't have to say who it's for, but you say in the industry, can you say like give us a little bit of a hint?
Well, I'll be working in the warehouse and I'll be working very closely with the graders. They have
Okay.
a path set for me. So
Awesome.
I was
yeah,
gonna
I'm
guess maybe
excited.
you were like a loader operator for like the mines up in Canada.
Yeah, I thought he was going to work for Parker.
I'm not doing warehouse like that. I'm more quality control. So
All right, very cool. Congratulations. That's got to be
excuse me, I'm
exciting.
losing my voice.
Hey, I
Yep.
got to
And
just
they're
put my
looking
dog out.
so
So can you hang for a little bit?
Yes, I get it. I understand. Let the dogs out.
Yeah, I got to put the dog out.
Silver State, what's up? Happy Tiger. Good
absolutely.
morning. Good morning to both of you. So that's good, man. That's congratulations on that. You got to be really stoked.
Yeah, I mean the channel did
Oh, you're breaking up a little bit. I'm guessing you're in your. It sounds like you're in your car, so you're breaking up a little bit there.
the YouTube comments, but it's all right.
Yeah, I mean, I get it. When you start YouTube, I had some crazy comments too, and I can't I don't really do much content anymore, so I can't really speak on that. But yeah, there's some people out there, man, and you just have to sort of let that stuff go and push through it.
Yeah, I agree 100%. Well, it wasn't really so much the comment. It was just someone who was leaving comments on the page she called this person her biggest supporter, and so when it happened, it just kind of broke her heart.
Yeah, I could see that. That's rough.
Yeah.
That is rough. But I mean, people are different, man. There's a lot of different people out there. Um, a lot of different personalities, a lot of different things going on with people. So they
Yeah.
might be your supporter, your biggest supporter one day, and they might just go a little off the rails the next day. And I mean, it's easy for me to say, but sometimes you just got to let that stuff go.
Or you could just
But
block
Yeah,
them.
for sure.
I completely, I get it. I understand. I've had a couple people that have been with me since the beginning, and I could imagine if they said something a little awkward, it would be tough as well. So I mean, I get it.
Absolutely. I mean, it was a whole big thing. I took it to heart. I kind of lashed out at the YouTubers, but it's all behind us now, so it's all good.
Good, good.
You know,
Well,
it's not easy seeing your wife cry. You know, seeing people make your wife cry.
oh yeah, I completely understand with that.
But you know,
Completely
on a
understand.
brighter note, I was so out of the game, and when I came back, you know, when I left, silver was at like what 30 an ounce, and when I came back, it was at 70. I saw you guys had Thousand Air on here. You guys have Stateside Stash. A lot has changed in the little bit of time I've been gone. It's insane. It's like I went through a time machine.
Yeah, I mean it's been crazy. It's been fun. Stateside, he's been out of videos for a long time too, and he just came in the comments last week, and we had him on. Yeah, so it was good to hear from him again. He stepped away from YouTube for a little while there too. He said he might start getting back into it, and he said he just didn't want to make content just to make content. You know, he wanted to put something out there with a little bit of value to it. And I
Yeah,
completely understand, and I completely get that too. And that's some of the reason why I haven't really been making stuff too is because, you know, it's just one of those things. I don't want
yeah.
to put a video just for a video.
I mean, that was always my goal too, was to do something different. You know, and my wife would always watch me, you know, watching coin stuff, and she'd be like, "That's the most boring thing I've ever seen." And it's like watching paint dry. And I was like, "Well, why don't you make something more exciting?" And that's how she actually got the idea to start, you know, Silver Stallion. You know, that's what sparked it all. I was like, "Well, make something better if you think it's so boring." And that's why, you know, we try to use graphics and AI and all that stuff when I first started off.
Yeah, and see, that's another, like, I've tried to edit some of mine, and I'm like, man, this is boring. I'm not doing this. I can't put this out. But I know, like, I know I should just do it and put it out anyway. But if it bores me editing it, then it's gonna bore other people watching it. So
Yeah.
I just
The
have to get
problem is,
past that.
I don't know what's boring anymore. I watch because you get numb to it after a while.
Yeah, that's a lot of it
Well,
too. I
and then
agree.
there's some people I just like hanging out with. Like sometimes they don't even talk about coins, and I'm just like, why am I even here? But I just like their company. I don't know what it is, you know.
I mean, that's us. A lot of times we get sidetracked and start talking about other stuff. A lot of the times too. I mean, we try and talk about metals as much as you can, but when it gets down to it, there's only so much you can talk about it in at a time.
Yeah,
You know.
that's true.
Speaking of
Yeah, there's
Thousandaire,
only,
what's up, Thousandaire? Are you on your way to work?
Yeah, I'm still getting ready. I
You
figured I'd throw my earbuds in. Can you hear me?
Yeah, loud and
Oh,
clear.
great. How's it going, guys?
what's happening,
Good.
What's
man?
up, Thousand Air?
Long time
Nice
no
to meet you,
talk.
brother.
Nice to meet you too. Things are good. Yeah, I'm happy. You guys happy?
Yeah.
Couldn't be happier.
Oh, that's
You know,
awesome.
funny enough, I was thinking about Thousand Air when I went to do my testing, because I got a bunch of free capsules, because they didn't want the capsules. And so they just throw them out, and they're like, "Do you want these?" I'm like, "Of course I want them." And I thought about Thousand Air immediately. I'm like, "I'm gonna send some to him if I get a bunch."
What, capsules?
Yeah, I get them for free at my new job.
Oh,
All right,
nice.
you just gave away what your job is, though.
No, I
What's
didn't.
like on fire guy or something?
Well, I no, I totally got it. I'm not going to say it, but I already know what it is.
Okay. Well, yeah, I mean, they just throw out capsules, and I just get to keep them all. So
You can't.
Nice.
if I get some
You can't get
extras, I'll throw some your way.
you can't get blue collar too much information. Next thing you know, he'll be outside your coin shop recording.
That's all right. I've been trying to get up with blue collar. We're
I'm
gonna
Sorry,
just
guys.
I'm just messing with you.
Well, hey, boys, let me just say, I want to say thank you for inviting me on. I just wanted to jump on here. I'm driving home. Thousand Air, was a pleasure meeting you. I hope to talk to you guys again soon, all right?
Take care.
Absolutely.
You're
Thank
welcome
you.
anytime. Jump
See
on.
you.
All right, boys. I'll see you in the chat. Thank you.
Thank you, brother.
Bye-bye.
Littlefoot says, Thousandaire, mom said that you're supposed to share that Sigma when it's my turn with it. When it's his
Hey,
turn with it.
we might be able to work something out once I go public.
You just gotta start you just gotta send your medals to to Thousandaire to get tested. They'll be back within 3 to 6 years.
Or I'll just send a Sigma around, and when you're done using it, you put your sticker on it and send it back to me.
Now that's
The
a good.
Send it on to the next
I like
person. You
that.
just pass it along the community.
Yeah. And if you don't pass it along, then you've officially become the target of someone we're going to look for.
Hunt you down and bury you.
No, that's a little extreme, don't you think?
No,
Just
a
ask for the
Sigma.
Sigma.
It was
Be
a
like,
gift
hey,
from your mother. That's not too extreme.
but not returning something is not the same as taking it. I mean, I've always had a hard time returning videotapes.
As long as
Like,
you rewind them first, it doesn't matter how long you have them for.
Yeah.
rewind. Make sure you rewind that movie. Some kid nowadays, right? What are you talking about?
Rewind? What do you mean?
You never
Morning,
winded a
Dub.
movie?
Dub C is in the house. What's up?
Yeah, they used
What
to
is-
make these little hand rewinders that you could put the tape in and then crank it, and it was all geared up and it would like rewind it super fast because they were saying that rewinding the tapes will kill your VCR.
I remember
Yeah.
like they had a bunch of different like types of like electronic rewinders, like ones that look like cars and ones like, you know, all that goofy stuff.
Yeah.
You gotta do what you gotta do at the time, though.
Yeah, I know my video store used to have like a just a rewinder. Like he wouldn't put it in a regular VCR. He's like, no, that'll kill your machine. I was like,
That's
okay.
that is funny how times change.
Yeah.
Littlefoot, be kind, rewind. Yes, that was the motto in the 80s.
Right.
Yeah, those used to be the what's now the baristas, I guess. The people that worked at the Blockbuster. They were like the cool kids. I'm like, wow, you work at the Blockbuster. You must know all the movies.
Can you set this movie
Exactly.
aside for me?
You can see their judgment when you pick a movie out. They're like, you're not a cool kid.
Littlefoot said he used a pencil. Yeah, that was always a good trick with like cassette tapes.
Yeah, cassette tapes. Yeah.
Oh, you ever remember the cassette tape being eaten in the middle of the song or something?
Oh, that always sucked.
Yeah.
Pull it out, it's like all just a bunch of the tape stuff.
Yeah, but at least you could fix that. If an 8-track got eaten, you were screwed. You ever try and
8-track
take
was
apart
before
an
my
8-track
time.
and fix it? Oh my god.
Or skipping
8-track was a little
CDs.
bit. CDs were always, man, I think every freaking CD I had skip. And like no
Yeah.
matter like you get the anti-skip little disc man, you know, you have your fancy, you got the anti-skip one and you can just set it on your car seat and it's not gonna skip. Bullshit, that shit skipped.
You can roll off the road nowadays and the music will still play while the car tumbles until it blows up. We've come a
You'll
long
have a
way.
song to your death. You're okay.
Yeah.
Still
Man,
playing when they get
My
there.
my cousin and I, we were driving at like 4:00 in the morning. Don't ask. And and we're coming down this country road, upstate New York, and we see these flashing lights. And I'm like, what the hell is that over there? And this dude had hit the bridge abutment and rolled his blazer over a couple of times, and it was upside down, laying in the road.
Oh.
Right. So we're like, should we? And we're like, all right, well, let's go. You know, there's no cops or nothing. So we drive up to the scene and we get out of the car, and this dude his stereo system is absolutely cranking Led Zeppelin, and he's nowhere to be found. He must have like crawled out of the wreckage and just like walked home and left his blazer there with the sound system just cranking.
He bailed to
He
avoid
Bailed,
the
but
DUI.
his sound system was still cranking.
But he never got a DUI. That's the important
And-
part of it all.
He must have went right home or to somebody else's house or whatever and reported it stolen or something. I don't know.
I had a roommate do that. I don't know if I should tell this. Yeah, like I think the statute of limitations is up, but he came. We had like a field across the street from the house, and comes home and he's like, "Man, all the lights are on in my car, like all the lights in the dash." He's like, "I took it across the field. It was like wintertime." And he's like, "I got it stuck in the woods, and I was just on the gas with reverse drive, reverse drive, reverse drive to getting it out." And so him and someone else, it was not me, they went to the gas station with a 5-gallon bucket of gasoline, took it out in the country, burned it, reported it, or no, they burned it. He gets home and the sheriff's calling, asking where his car is. He's like, well, I left it at the bar. And they're like, no, it's out in the middle of the country burning. He's like, what? No way. And funny story. It really is. I promise you.
I'm not
It
sure
was
how
funny
long.
at the time, you know. It seemed like a good idea at the time.
How long you think their statute is on arson?
Arson, yeah, I don't know. As long as there's no injuries or deaths, I think it's probably 7 years.
I mean, it's been over 20. It's been like over 20 years. So hopefully nobody.
I never looked that one up.
Yeah.
Maybe I should have looked it up before I told the story. If they go after him, my fault, okay? I don't
Well,
think
you
they can
just
figure out who he is.
who is he? You just said your buddy. You didn't mention any names.
North Star Stacker with the $5 Canadian for you there, blue collar.
Nice. Look at that. Thanks, North Star. And just in your arm, I'm gonna
Very nice.
I'll hold up the Canadian piece.
Is that because the maple leafs you got over there on your set there?
It's got 45 maple leafs, eh? And you know what else I got? I got some Canadian thingies over here too. No, those JFKs. Yeah, there's some more Canadian.
There you go.
Who are your
Pretty
favorite
cool.
Canadians?
Who are my favorite Canadians?
Yeah.
I would have to say Wayne Gretzky and Mario Lemieux.
Not Terrence and Phillip?
Whoa. Bob and Doug McKenzie and the Trailer Park Boys.
Foot with the $5. He says for dog food.
All right, I'll have to sell that to you, buddy. Oh, for me, for my dog.
Yeah,
my dog.
You got a dog too. You need dog food too.
I do. Thanks, brother, and thank you, North Star. Thank you. Appreciate that. That's amazing. So
Very
what is that?
cool,
You
guy.
got one is a sticker and one is a chat, right? I don't know how
Sure.
these things work.
What is this? What does it say this is?
Well, thank you guys. Appreciate that. Oh yeah, favorite Canadian. Where am I at? Neil, Giddy, and Alex, of course. Those are my favorite Canadians.
Am I
Giddy
still on
Lee.
here?
Yes.
Yeah, you're on. Yeah.
Okay, because I turned the screen off on my phone and I'm still on as I'm just on the move. So I was just seeing if it works like this. This is cool.
Very
Yeah, we
cool.
don't want to see you while you're getting dressed.
No, I appreciate that.
Yeah.
I don't want to see people that want to see me getting dressed.
Oh man.
I
Little
figured
foot
I owed you an in transit to work chat because Vegas came on one time while he was getting ready to go into work. So I figured I'll give it a shot.
I was driving. It was fun. I hopped on there with my kangaroo.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah. And you hopped out.
And I
You
hopped
jumped.
off.
No, you hopped on and
Yeah.
you jumped out. Yeah. I was like, that was so funny, dude. I was like, is he like some kind of mastermind and he uses extreme subtlety that you have to like comb in order to see it?
I like to say that
Jedi
was all
mind
planned,
tricks.
but it really wasn't.
Yeah. Jedi.
What's
Littlefoot
up,
also
Fish?
said that could be for stamps too, blue collar, if you want to use it for stamps.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Then he says, does BCS have dogs? Yes, BCS does have a dog.
I got one pup. What's up, Fish? Fish just jumped in. I just smurfed Fish. I didn't realize he wasn't Smurfy. I smurfed
Blew him?
North Star. Huh?
You blew him?
I blew him, yeah. Somebody pointed some. Oh, of course. We talked about that. Rush, Triumph. Triumph's cool, but not as cool as Rush. Oh, William Shatner. North Star says William Shatner. That's all. He's also a good Canadian. You got John Candy. Who else?
Oh, I'm trying to think. I know there's some actors that are Canadian.
Man,
Oh, there's
I
a
want
ton of
to
them.
I want to give away a Will Shatner story, but it could be doxing.
Oh, you don't want to say where you live, or you don't want to say where they live.
Well, no, it was just I had family personally involved with William Shatner at one point.
Oh wow.
Yeah, it's pretty wild. People might not believe I'm as much of a slacker as I am if I tell that story, but it's not me. It's just family before me. that were doing well and hired him before he was doing so well. They didn't hire him at the peak of his career or anything.
Oh wow, that goes back a long ways though.
Yeah. Oh
So
man, should I say it?
you have
Shit's-
family in the movie or TV industry?
No, they just you know, like famous people or starting actors or recognizable people back then. You could get them to endorse your business, show up for photo ops, etc. And
Oh, okay.
my grandfather was like I mean, I know I'm biased, but he was kind of a super badass. And my grandmother wanted a picture with him, I think, and he wouldn't go over there and take or no, some customers or something wanted to take a picture with him. He wouldn't do it. And my grandfather said, "Get the hell over there." But this was like, this wasn't him in his prime career point. You know what I mean?
It was pre Star Trek days. What was it? What else was he in? He was in before Star Trek. Wasn't he a Twilight Zone? Right? He did a Twilight Zone episode or something.
I don't
What is
know.
that?
I never looked into it much. When I heard these stories as a young man, I suppose, I was quite occupied with getting intoxicated often and working.
Nice.
That
TJ
wouldn't pay
Hooker.
much mind.
Fox was Canadian. Michael J. Fox, Mike Myers,
Oh yeah.
Donald Sutherland, Ryan Reynolds,
Oh, you're looking it up though.
Kiefer
Well,
Sutherland,
a lot of awesome people are actually from Canada as far as like entertainment. Yeah.
Justin
Seth Rogen.
Trudeau. Did I say that?
Oh, there you
Which-
go. I didn't realize that. I knew that.
which-
I knew there was somebody. Keanu Reeves.
Which
Keanu
Justin
Reeves.
Trudeau?
Yeah.
Which Justin Trudeau are
Justin
they referring
Trudeau,
to?
isn't he Cuban?
Actually, it says his birthplace was Beirut, Lebanon.
Oh, Justin
But
Trudeau.
then how does it have him as how does it have him as a Canadian though?
Well, you can be born to military parents. You could be born. There's a million different ways. You could be, you could just be a resident of Lebanon, like you say. His parents were doing business over there, but he's still a Canadian. You know.
Came home and my wife had what's that? John Wick 3 on TV.
John Wick. Never really got into the John Wick thing.
I think it's dangerous.
What'd you say?
If you have firearms and you try to act like John Wick, there's a good chance someone's going to get hurt.
Have you
Yeah.
tried it?
No.
Sounds like you tried it once or twice.
No, I'm
Maybe.
just saying, like people that watch too many movies with that kind of stuff. I think it can cause you to have reckless, know-it-all behavior that could end tragically. It's kind of like movies are lies. You know, you see big fires and the person's like they're near the big fire, and you actually see a big fire in your life, and you're like, you can't be that close.
No.
Same thing with gunshots. You're not going to sit there and fire people, have monotone conversation while you're doing it. Go around there. Like, what? You just fired your gun. I can't hear. My hearing, I think, is permanently damaged.
Yeah. Yeah, the thing about the fires is true, man. When I was a kid, the lumberyard in my town burnt down.
Ooh.
And you can imagine a lumberyard's got plenty of fuel, right? You couldn't get within 2 blocks of that, or you were just like, holy crap, I couldn't believe how hot it was.
Yeah. If you go by television and movies, that's not good. I don't want to be anywhere near a fire. I'm not playing it close, nothing.
Why not? What the hell?
Oh, jeez.
Yeah, Farmer Stacker says Matrix is way better than John Wick. I would agree with that, but I've never seen John Wick, so I really don't know.
Street
But I
Kings.
like
One was good, but like after Matrix 1, I'm not sure about the rest of them.
Have you seen Street Kings, Keanu Reeves?
Never.
No, I have not.
He's just in like Los Angeles hunting down essays for the most part.
Oh boy.
But just for a while, it doesn't. They're not the ultimate villains, but there's a lot of that going on. Let's see.
So we got a few people in here now. You guys are gonna follow us over to Kalilo's live stream. Hopefully, we're gonna be on Kalilo at 1:00 today. Vegas
1
Stacker
o'clock
and I.
Pacific, right? Is that what it is?
Is it?
I think so.
Oh,
That's
Oh,
late your time.
that makes it 4 o'clock by me, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that whole clock thing, that really messes me up. I
Oh.
thought it was 1 o'clock. I thought it was right after our show.
That's what I thought too, but I'm pretty sure his post said 1 Pacific Standard Time. Let me see.
I'm gonna have to look at the email. Hold on.
Yeah, you and me both. I'll be late again.
Yeah. I'm 3 hours early though. I'll be there at 1 o'clock.
Yeah, it says 1 p.m. Pacific Standard Time.
Well, I gotta change my calendar in my phone.
I get fired, I'll end up with a better job anyway.
It says live in 5 hours.
Oh, okay. Okay. Yeah, I had it down as 1 p.m. Eastern time.
Let me check. Let me do this. Little copy, little cut, little paste. My youngest one is sitting here whining at me. Why are you whining at me?
I'm over there
There
for
we go.
3 hours.
What are you whining? Can you guys hear my youngest one whining?
No.
He's an attention whore.
You probably got it on kill the background noise, and it
Yeah, this
definitely
mic
worked.
cuts everything out, which is pretty cool.
Hey, I'm gonna try it. Let's see.
Roadkill says the new John Wick movie, it's just nothing but gunfire. That's perfect. That's what you want. I
Can
thought
you
it
hear
wasn't
that?
that good at all. Whoa, we're getting feedback from it now. What are you doing to your mic, collar?
Testing my metal.
Oh, testing your metal. Broke Stacker. What up, Broke Stacker? He says, did anyone here pay $1,200 for a 10-ounce bar? No, sir.
Negative. Oh
Yeah,
no,
I
I
can't
shouldn't. I shouldn't say that. Let me think about that. No, I didn't.
Silver Serpent said he paid 196 for a 5-ounce bar last September. I
Yeah.
can't remember the last silver I bought, actually. Actually, it was.
Yeah.
It was this piece right here from FG Stacker. And then
Man,
before that, it was like poured stuff from the coin show.
yeah,
I haven't added much weight.
I picked up 4 or 5 ounce bars, and I had to get another ounce to make the $500 threshold for no tax.
Not anymore,
So that was
right?
less than 125 a 5 ounce bar.
Reckless Collections, what's up? Good morning. 3D Woodworks, good morning. Fish says, did you guys make silver gold predictions for Sunday 6 p.m. and Monday close? Nope. What is your prediction there, Fish?
Oh
What
yeah,
is the
yeah.
fishy math?
Jump up here and tell us, Fish. Let's hear your
Got to
prediction.
get back over to my coin shop and pay that IOU I left them with. Nah, leave me with an IOU. Maybe the price will go down.
I don't think it works that way though.
Oh, okay. North Star said he just bought the Tomb of the Unknown Soldier proof set. Very cool. And I'm trying to wait for like prices to, I don't know, stabilize.
I think it'll go down again. I think
You
what
think
Calling
so?
for another.
we saw Friday's another little bounce. You know, it'll bounce all the way down, and the bounces you'll notice they never quite reach where they were. Slow
Where do
down.
you think we're? And that low is low. I had to pull up a chart. Let me see if I can analyze it like people do. I can't. You can see whatever you want in these charts. I say. I don't know.
Yeah.
You can
Well-
connect lines from here and there and say this and that, and it confuses me. What are you whining for? Quit whining, please.
It's just probability anyway.
Yeah, the link actually should be pinned.
Littlefoot says, what does a thousandaire think the low of the down? Wait, slow down, stop. What does a thousandaire think the low of the down he speaks of is 50? That's got to be text to talk.
Yeah, maybe.
I'm guilty of doing that.
Oh, I do that all the time. And you know what? I send, like, when I do that for you, Vegas, I send you the correction. And I know you don't need it. I know you can figure it out. But it's something about it. I just got to correct myself.
Well, like a lot of times I do the swipe to
For the
text. Like you
record,
can just
I do know how.
you can go ahead.
What do you
Did
do?
we
The
lose you?
swipe to text? I don't, oh, you mean where you just like swipe on the keyboard?
Yeah, like you start with the first letter and then you just swipe to the different letters. That's how I text. So like a lot of
Oh,
times
yeah.
my texts are like all jumbled and I go back and read them and I'm like, what the hell did this say?
Right. Yeah, no, I just do talk. I do talk to text. And I guess because every once in a while I'll bust into a New York accent and it just doesn't do well with that.
Can't really comprehend it.
Yeah. Either that or I'm
Sean,
just a total idiot.
Sean Leslie says, I don't think anyone really has a clue. I only know big money is going to do what big money does, so probably go down a little more. Faithful SRT says, turns out the Asia AI guy was part of the rich billionaire guy that had the naked short going.
Wait, is that true or is that just a joke?
I have no idea. What's up, Chris in Virginia? Good to see you.
Because I probably believe that.
It's my turn to let the dog out, so now you guys got to hold it down. I will be right back.
No problem. And I did drop the link if Fish does want to jump up here and tell us his predictions.
Go outside. Let's go.
I tell you what, if you got a dog here, it's not going to want to go outside.
Oh yeah, it's a little chilly even by us, and my dog is used to this weather down here.
Well, I've got like, I don't know, 30 mile an hour or so wind. It's got to be incredibly higher than that, really. I think there's like 60 mile an hour gust, and it's freezing. Pretty amazingly crappy.
Yeah. Yeah, I know it's been pretty brutal up north. I was just talking to somebody from Long Island, and they were saying that it hasn't been above freezing in like 2 weeks or something. I don't know if that's accurate, but said it's been pretty damn cold.
I got an antipasto to go last night for breakfast / lunch today. I
Yeah.
probably should have just brought some kind of pork fat, and that's it.
Yeah. Yeah, that doesn't sound very healthy.
Yeah. What do you got for lunch in this freezing cold? Lettuce leaves.
Oh man.
All right,
So
sorry,
what time do
there.
you actually have to go into work today?
11.
Oh, okay.
Am I
That's
late yet?
Eastern 11. It's 11:02.
Yeah.
Would you just get
That's
there?
fine. No, I'm always late to everything. Everything.
They don't care if you're late?
They care, but I mean, what are you gonna do?
Fire
I mean,
me.
is there a lot of workers nowadays?
Fire me. Have you seen my stack?
Yeah, it's like being a superhero. No one knows. You go online and no one knows who you are, and then in my real life, no one knows who I am online. It's like I just can absolutely not share with anyone I know about anything. To tell you the truth, I don't really mind.
Yeah, exactly. Just stay quiet. Stay in the closet.
It makes you a better person.
Yeah. Yeah,
Makes you
actually,
a mystery.
I'm not supposed to. I'm meeting up with Fish on Tuesday. We're gonna meet over at my coin shop, OJ's, and then we'll grab something for lunch.
Yeah, that's cool.
kinda
You
like
guys
a
got
date,
that Florida
Fish.
thing.
BCS, have you collected any iguanas? No barbecued iguana. No, I don't do that. I know people who do though. I know who we were on a job site one time and this guy next door had like 50 iguanas on his roof. And all of a sudden I start hearing like air gun noises. Some dude was over there shooting them, shot like 50 of them. And my Mexican carpentry crew went over there and took 2 or 3 of them home with them. Barbecued them up.
They had announced at one point you could start killing them in Florida if you wanted to. And I was like, I never really wanted to go back to Florida, but for something like that, I mean, those things are like the size of a small dog or cat, aren't they?
They can be, yeah, they can be pretty big, man.
Get on there clubbing iguanas.
Yeah.
I had one. I used to have one, a big one. It was pretty cool. Whip you with his tail and stuff.
Yeah, this dude was just walking around and just putting one behind the ear. and it was a job. We were on the intercoastal, and he was out on the dock, and he shoots like 4 or 5 of them on the dock, and he just kicks them into the water. And I was like, I'm kind of a little weirded out by that. But then again, the fish are just going to eat him up.
Yeah,
You guys
iguanas are
have Dub
cool.
C cringing over here talking about eating iguanas.
Yeah, iguanas
I
are
was
like
gonna eat it with lentils.
iguanas are vegetarian. I
kidding.
don't even think they have any meat on them.
Yeah, I mean, if they eat plants, isn't it just like eating a plant? The same thing. If you
Well,
eat something that eats a plant,
it makes it yeah, it makes it even worse though if they don't have any meat on them and you're killing them. I don't think Dubsy would like that either. Make it even worse. It's shameless killing.
what? Dub C says he was in Tijuana eating barbecue iguana.
Yeah, good song.
You could do that with AI, you know. I might do that today.
Your AI skills are very amazing. Every time I see your AI stuff, I'm just like blown away.
Dude, I'm embracing the technology. I know people don't like it. And the reason why they don't like it is because people just put one prompt in and they're like, oh, that's so neat. And then they just post it online. Everybody's like, come on, you got to do better than that. This is the new world. The bar is set much higher, you know?
Yeah, I'm not a big AI proponent. I try it and I fail miserably. I got to put more time into it.
It's gonna be everywhere. So you might as well learn how to use it. And you can, dude, it's like when computers came out. I remember boomers resisting computers. I'm like, okay, there's a bit of a learning curve. It's going to be annoying, like going to the DMV, but they're meant to make your life easier. And sure, to capture us by some cabal, probably. But who cares? What can we do about that anyway?
Right.
Unless you're ready to take up arms and go for it. I mean, might as well just go with the flow.
Yeah, there were too many movies about AI in the negative that kind of ruined it for me. And I think that's what I'm thinking anyway.
The Terminator thing. Okay, look. All right, yeah, there's going to be robot combatants, and yeah, they probably have their own way of screening you that they've been pre-programmed for. But you're going to have your country's robots, and you're going to have another country's robots, or you know. So imagine it's not going to be that bad. I mean, ultimately, there could probably be a genocide or a purging, but I don't think it's going to be the norm all the time. It'll be just like it is now, just every so
Yeah.
often.
Yeah,
Careful talking about Terminator. Self 4 hoarding will show up and be pissed.
that's right.
Let's
Like,
see.
We got Fishy with us now.
What of a fish?
Where is he? Can't hear him.
He's here, but not here.
Check, check. Can you hear me, Fish? That text was from him. He's like, I'm backstage.
Littlefoot says, Dub, do you know the difference in lentils and chickpea? I won't pay $200 for lentils on my face.
guys, I'm going into work, so maybe I'll talk to you later, or maybe I'll see you on Kalilo's.
All right,
Sounds
brother.
good,
Have
man.
fun. Don't work too
Hey.
hard. Make some that filthy fiat.
Will do, man. Take care, guys. Thanks for having me.
Thanks for
Bye-bye.
hopping on,
Thank
brother. Neophi was something stacker. I'm illiterate. Is anyone pessimistic on the bull run here? I would love to hear their perspective on why, or is anyone shooting to the moon? That's a good, I don't know. I think we might see some normalcy, some sideways action for a little while. That's just my thinking.
Yeah, I don't know about that.
I know, I don't know. I think there has to be some sideways action in the clouds here somewhere. I figured the end of the month, a lot of people took some profits and stuff, and that's what drove the market down, amongst other things. They said the new Fed chair is dovish or whatever the heck they call it, and that's one reason why they were thinking that the market went down as well. But I think it's anyone's guess on what really happened. And I mean, there's everything out there that says this or that. You watch one video or read one article, and then you watch another or read another article, and it says something totally different. So I don't even know what the hell to believe out there. I don't know why it crashed, what it's going to do. I would like to think that it's gonna level out for a little bit, but then again, I think it might shoot past that 100 mark and stay above the 100 mark again. And I really wish I had the knowledge to be able to figure out what happened and why and where it's going.
Yeah, it would be a good time to have a crystal ball. But I think it's also with the volatility, it's also a good time if anybody's into options to play some options right now. Is probably not a bad idea.
None of this is financial advice.
Yeah, exactly. I forgot that part. No, no, definitely not financial advice. You can and will lose your money.
I don't. So, what are your thoughts, blue collar, besides the options idea? You think it's? I think I know where you're thinking it's headed, but I'd like to hear, and I'm sure the chat would like to hear your thoughts.
Yeah, I mean, I'm still bullish. I think it's going triple digits. I think it's going to get there and stay there. But feel free to screen audio clip this and make me look like a fool later, but I really think it's going above 150. That's just my opinion.
Yeah, nothing wrong with that. That's a good opinion.
Look,
Roadkill says I
I'm
would
not
love.
sitting here. I'm not saying it because I like if it doesn't go to 150, I'm going to starve for the rest of my life. It's not like I'm not selling my stuff. So I just think it's going there. That's just my opinion.
I mean, I don't see why it wouldn't and why it can't. I mean, it was at 120 real quick. So
Too
um,
quick.
too quick. I agree, and it was it reminded me sort of like when crypto was having its bull run when I first got in it. Like I found myself like looking at the spot price all the time, and I'm like calculating, and I'm
Yeah.
like, I just didn't like the feeling of it going up that quick. Just like you said, I was like, this doesn't feel natural, doesn't feel right. And
Yeah, but the big difference between crypto and metals, of course, metal has intrinsic value. Crypto is completely useless and has zero value.
right. And I'm not comparing it to crypto. It was just like that whole run up it reminded me of like that little adrenaline rush and that little boost like I had when I had my money in crypto, and you look at your balance one day and it's this, and you look at it 5 minutes later and it's this up this much, and then it's down this much and it's up this much. And I mean, it was sort of reminding me of that, just
Yeah.
in theory. Roadkill says, I don't know about playing options in this volatility. You don't know if it's going to crash or skyrocket. I don't know.
Well, actually, completely the opposite. When it's volatile is when you want to be in options because you need that price movement to make money. Just like you said, though, you don't know if it's going up or down, but you can play both sides. You know.
Roadkill also said, I would love it to stay where it is for a couple months right now, but eventually silver will be $100 an ounce no matter what, it will get there. Yeah, it will eventually. Like you said, I would like to, I agree with you, Blue. I would like to see like a slow and steady, like a little sideways, a little up, little sideways, a little up. The straight up hockey stick roller coaster it's scary.
Yeah, totally. I agree with that. It went a little bit too far, too fast. I look back. My birthday was in the beginning of December, and I look back and it was $58 on my birthday. So I was like, and then it went to 120 in 5 weeks or so. No, it was too
That's
much.
that's what I was saying. Like, let me see.
It doubled in basically 5 or 6 weeks, and that was just too much.
Well, I mean, it went from where are we going? September, like October up until the high was like over 200%. No way. Is that right?
Yeah. Oh, definitely. Yeah, it could be.
Yeah, like 206%. For it to go up that high that quick is just scary.
Yeah. No, it's just too much. I mean, it was just too far, too fast. Yeah.
200% in a couple months. I mean, it didn't even do that in a couple decades. Faithful SRT says Trump did just post about the dollar collapse starts now and big profits are coming. Does Trump want the dollar to collapse? I thought the whole thing was the dollar was getting stronger with this new Fed chair, and that's another reason. Another theory of why it was crashing was because of him strengthening the dollar. But again,
Yeah,
like I said, there was so many different theories and reasons behind all of it. I mean, like,
yeah, I don't
there's
get it.
so many different theories, so many different, everybody has their own reason behind it. You can watch any video, any YouTuber, they're going to say one thing, another one's going to say another. An article, it's just so much, too much.
Yes, hold on a second. I'm just doing something. I can't pay attention right now. I can't do two things at once.
Silver Serpent says, I lost all my money when I bought silver, and now I have a lot of silver and no money. I don't know which, I don't know which is worse.
Well,
Roadco says, and isn't the government talking about putting a floor on silver so they can make it worth it to mine so they can strategically pile it up? I did hear something about or I saw something about the government trying to get their hands in on
well,
everything.
putting a floor under it is one thing, but as long as they don't put a ceiling on it, put a cap on price so they could. But why would they do that? The government could just print as much money as they want, and they don't care what they pay for it.
Why would they care about any of it anyway?
Yeah.
Broke Stacker's got a good question. Which comes first, $50 or $150? Well,
I think 50 is going to come before 150 again. I think it's got to go down there. It's got to flush out.
150, you're looking at almost a double up. 50, you're looking at what, 25%?
Mm,
That's a big difference in percentages.
yeah. Yeah, I could see it. I could see it pulling back to the, low 50s just to kind of touch on that area that it was at not too long ago. What was it, October?
When was it? 50.
Yeah, I gotta bust up a chart maybe.
November. What is this? It hit 50 in October, and in November it stayed above 50 and didn't look back. So yeah, like October, November.
Yeah. Yeah, I think hold on, let me shrink this down a little bit. Yeah, so that bottom line there is basically that double top right there. And then it broke out over here and took off and never looked back. Well, now it's looking back.
Yeah, it's like, hey, psst, what's back there?
Yeah. Yeah, I don't show the moving averages, but it's I think it's below the 50-day now.
At Wingy, I sort of agree with you. He says, I just wish it would run sideways for a bit. It needs some sideways action somewhere. Really does.
Yeah, but you know what? It's like, do you want like remember all that sideways action 5 years ago? Look at that.
Decades. Yeah, Christopher Virginia said for 4 to 5 years we did not get more than $1.50 wobble. Now $1.50 wobble is like nothing.
Yeah.
It's going up.
Look how flat that was.
Yeah. Oh. Pajama Stacking, what's up? He says Monday is the first day the new 100-ounce futures contracts becomes tradable. Interesting.
Yeah, I don't know if that's good or not, man. 100-ounce futures contract.
But that's all. It's all paper. You can't, from what I understand, right? It's all paper. You can't.
Is it not convertible?
Not convertible. From what I understand.
Yeah, that's
so. If you settle, it's all cash. It's all fiat. There's no, like, you can't buy 100-ounce and say I want delivery on it.
Yeah, I mean, for that, I mean, you could just buy an options contract. Why would you mess around with a futures contract where you could lose money? An options contract, you buy 100-ounce options contract, and if it goes down or up and you're out of the money, you just lose what you paid. A futures contract, they could come knocking for money. Am I right or wrong on that?
I'm just in the physical shit. I don't do the options and all that stuff. Cell4 Hoarding must have heard us talking about Terminator. He showed up. What's up, Cell4?
Yeah, I
North
just
Star says the government is trying to put a floor on it so China can't push the prices down. Interesting.
yeah, I would say that is pretty interesting. I don't know why they would do that. Why would the government? Why does the government got to get involved in that?
I think they have enough stuff to get involved in, don't they? Is the government that bored? They got to mess with precious metals, strategic metals, whatever.
Yeah,
I think China is manipulating it somehow, some way, whatever they want to do with it, I guess. Farmer
fish
Stacker
chips.
says they are crashing on purpose to bring in digital currency.
Wait, who said that?
Farmer Stacker.
Crashing it on purpose.
They want to wreck the dollar so that they can bring in digital currency, I'm guessing is what he's
Oh,
thinking.
our government. Yeah, probably right.
Digital currency, I mean, if you think about it, aren't we already in digital currency?
Pretty much, yeah.
I
mean,
rarely have cash.
yeah,
I'm bad about that, but I mean, that's just because of my habits. If I have cash and I go somewhere, it falls out of my pocket.
yeah. No, I usually always have cash because of the side gig that I have, and that does pay cash. So I usually do have a little knot of cash, but not a big wad.
Silver Serpent says those 100-ounce futures contracts are for paper trades. I heard they are not settling in metals for those. That's what I heard too. Like, I haven't really followed it a lot, but I looked at it real quick and that's what I thought I saw too, or heard. I don't remember where I heard about it at or whatever. Probably oh, excuse me, probably Sal.
Oh yeah.
Littlefoot says silver is like the contra cheat code: up down, left right. You forgot the AB. Isn't it AB right select start? Broke Stecker says buy a call.
What if it goes
Selfless
down?
says Terminator told me you were speaking about him and I had to check it out. Yep, we were. It happened.
Yeah, we were actually talking about Terminator for a little bit there.
Pajama Stacking agrees with me with what something I said. I'm a little behind on chat. Neo says, yeah, interesting. It's so hard to pinpoint why the price moves so fast. Everything I hear is generalized and it's not much different from years before. The old 2011 videos literally say the same thing. Neo, my whole thing, also the pandemic shut down mining, decreased supply, blah, 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 blah. Yeah. My whole thing is, I think, Broke Stacker, thanks for stopping in, says you got to run. And if you look at the charts, and I've said this before, the prices started going nuts when China announced that they were going to do their whole regulating exports. And I think that led, what is that? Buy the news,
Buy the
buy
rumors,
the
sell the
rumors, tell the
news.
news. I was thinking it's sort of like that type of situation. It wasn't so much, it's more like buy the news, sell the actions, I guess. I don't know. Because yeah, China said that they were going to regulate their exports, but I don't think they're regulate, like, everybody when they heard that they were thinking like restrict, like no export, blah 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 blah. But I think they're still exporting silver. So I think it was like one of those things, like people are like, oh, they're gonna hoard it all. They're not gonna let anybody get any. So everybody ran out and bought paper, silver, or whatever the hell. I don't know how you do it. Just my thinking, because in that short time span, like I said, it went up almost 200%. And there's no other reason. Well, I mean, there might be, but that's the main catalyst I see in that whole situation is that China.
Yeah, I guess that I'm sure that was a factor in it, but it was just it was silver's time. That's just the way I look at it. I mean, it runs every once in a while. It goes to the moon and then it drops back down.
I don't, but see, was it silver's time? Because then why did gold go up? Platinum go up, palladium went up, everything went up. Not as much as silver, but it still went up. So like, I know everybody says silver had to play catch up, silver's time, different stuff like that. But I mean, all the metals moved. It wasn't just silver.
Well, a lot of all the metals like copper and base metals too, you know?
Yeah, I mean that's my whole thought, my thinking. You know, it's not like
Yeah.
let's see when is no, that's 2024. So like from September until the peak of gold. Oh yeah, I guess that's only 62%. Meanwhile,
What,
silver went
on
up like
gold, you mean?
200. Huh? Yeah, for gold.
Why don't you throw me a link? I'll pop that chart up for you so you can show us what you're doing.
I put it in there. Excuse me.
Oh, okay. There it is.
Yeah, so I mean like September to that's only I shouldn't say only because it's still a big 62%. Meanwhile, silver jumped, what did I say, like 200%.
That a monthly chart?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I mean, of course, silver did have a bigger run than everything else, but I mean the other metals followed, not as strong and as crazy, but they did.
Yeah, and that's kind of the way it goes with silver. It's like silver is like the ignored, bastard child of the other metals, I guess you'd say. And it's just like, well, look, the other metals are all 4-digit metals, and silver is the only 2-digit metal. It's like a redneck cousin, you know? No offense to the rednecks, by the way. I consider myself a redneck
Or
at
the
this point.
cousins.
Or cousins, yeah.
Dubsy says if the administration is driving the value of the dollar down, it follows that metals and everything else would go up in price. That's what I would think too. If they are trying to drive the dollar down, then that's like the correlation, right? The dollar sucks, so then the precious metals go up.
Everything. Food, cars.
Yeah. Yeah, you're right. Pajama Stacking says, for me, it's tariffs and Fed lowering rates. China's a nothing burger to me. China's like the top 3 exporters of physical silver, and they use a lot of silver.
Hmm.
So I don't know. I don't think the tariffs. I don't know. I don't know about the tariffs. The word's used a lot.
Yeah, Neo was talking about 2020 when the market tanked, but I think that was an anomaly, complete COVID anomaly. I don't think it really had much to do. It was like weird because it tanked way, way, way beyond, and then it popped, and then it leveled back out. So
2020.
well, what is that chart?
Gold.
That goes is that oh, that's gold. Okay. I
Yeah.
was
Here, let's see. Do that. Do this. That one. So 2020. Look at January 2020. Get this shit out of here. Join for free.
oh. Did I unshare you?
No, I took the gold one down. I was looking at.
Oh, okay.
You
Oh,
can
you
put it
have
back up.
separate
I was
chart?
this
I thought you
the
were just
silver. So like I wasn't into metals in 2020, so I don't know. I'm trying to look and see. So what are we looking at? Like right here, where it went up like 64%.
yeah, at first it crashed though. It was down to like 11 and change on the spot, which supposedly no, you couldn't get it for that price because coin shops up their premium,
What is it
which
right here?
which is, I think that's what would have happened if we would have kept going here. Premiums would have started skyrocketing. If not, they probably are right now. I don't know. I haven't tried to buy anything.
I've heard they are. I saw like I think I forgot who sent me an email yesterday, and I was like, "Silver buffaloes only $3.10 over spot." I'm like, "What? Only
Yeah.
$3.10 over spot? Shit sounds like a horrible deal to me for buffalo."
Yeah, but you know what? You look at it as a percentage basis on $80 silver or $78 silver, $3 is not that bad. 4%.
Yeah, I guess
Right?
like when
On
you start looking
$20
at
silver, it's a lot. On $20 silver, it's 15%.
yeah, you start looking at percentage wise, and maybe that's why like um we're seeing that's a good point to why we're seeing big moves like you used to see 10 cents 30 cents was like a big move for excuse me for silver, and now it's like $3 $10, and maybe it's like you said percentage wise it's because the numbers are where they are.
Yeah, for sure. That's definitely affecting it.
You have any good channels I could watch to learn how to read charts?
Gareth Soloway.
Gareth
Verified
Saloway,
investing.
he reads them. He has a course. You can take his course for like 9,000 or something. What
I
up,
think he
Pang?
gives
Good to see
he
you,
gives a
Pang.
lot away for free though. A lot of his free stuff is pretty timely, and he goes into it pretty deeply.
He does go into it deep, but like I don't know, like the whole chart thing. You can see anything you want in the charts, I think. Um, I'm trying to multitask and it doesn't work. We all know I can't multitask.
Yeah.
Um, I don't know. I don't know how to read charts, so I can't really say that you can make whatever out of it, but um you can connect lines and dots and everything all day long and um make of it what you want, I think.
Yeah, I could say though that like he's pretty straightforward. I know for a little while there I was kind of pissing on him because he was saying what I didn't want to hear. And it's what I needed to hear. You know what I mean?
Right.
Hold on a second. I just got a text. Cell service killing me. Oh, okay. Yeah. Fish texts me. He's having some internet issues, so that's why he can't come on.
Roadkill said platinum almost did better, didn't it? But I'm not stacking platinum no more, just silver and gold. Platinum from September till its peak was like 86%. I mean, obviously silver was the front runner, but self-hoarding has a good point. Silver goes up the quickest, but it also goes down the quickest. It is the most volatile of all of them.
Yep. We got a new guest up on the stage here. It just says EM. I don't know who's EM.
Hey, good morning, gentlemen.
Early morning. What
Early
up?
morning.
Is that what EM stands for? Early morning?
EM stands for it could mean a plethora of things, but my friends commonly call me M. It's a shortened version of Emerald Coast Stacker.
Oh, there he is. What's up?
Emerald Coast?
What do we owe the honor?
Oh goodness, there's no honor, man. I appreciate it, but I listen to you guys typically on the regular and on Monday nights too, and I just appreciate what you guys do, man, and having conversations with people in the community and welcoming it and seeing you guys kind of grow from where you initially started and how small the community really can be, and to see where you all are going now, it's pretty impressive, man. And I love the company you all keep.
Awesome,
Thank you,
man.
man.
We
Thank you.
appreciate that.
Appreciate that.
Thank you.
Yeah, and so I like the conversation obviously revolving around metals, like the price fluctuating and so forth. I don't really have time to do the videos that I want, so I'll hop on a live from time to time and just have conversations, like basically what we all do on these lives. And what I've done recently, I'm sure that everyone listens to Yankee Stacking. Back in the day, I used to listen to him quite a bit, and there's something that Tim Marshner always said that stood out to me, and it's about like, yeah, we're collecting all these metals and so forth, but something he said that stood out to me was sell everything. Everything you don't need, sell. So with the spot price increasing like it has been, when it reached like the 115, that threshold, that's when I started liquidating a lot of the items I don't use, namely like my comic book collection from when I was a kid and things like that. So
Yeah.
I've been under the method of hoarding cash and like getting my cash and just throwing it in an envelope and buying the dip. And, I kind of see what we're in as a dip, but who knows, might go down to, I don't know, 60, 70. I don't really know. I'm not a financial advisor.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah, I've been kind of static, man. I haven't been doing anything. I sold 3 kilo bars, but I converted it over to Silver Eagles. So I felt like that was a good move. Actually ended up with more ounces by the time it got done. So I felt like that was a good move, but now it's like, okay.
I thought you liquidated like a stack for a stack. Like I thought you were doing the gold to silver ratio.
No, the stuff that's on the stage up there is the silver that I got for the 2.15 ounces of gold. That's the 215 ounces of silver right there.
Okay, but you still have gold reserves, right?
I've got a little bit of gold. I've only got a couple ounces of gold. That's it.
Yeah, well, that's
I've got mostly silver. Silver is my jam.
Yeah, I just when it starts reaching that triple digits, that's when I always kind of pull back. I'm like, I don't really know. I don't really know if y'all know what I'm into, but I'm more of like a vintage hound. I like all the old. I like rare pieces and stuff that has the eye appeal. And so like recently went to the LCS and just trying to take advantage of this mini dip that we have right now, or mega dip, whatever you want to call it. And went down there and fortunately I came across a nice Silvertown first gen 10 ounce. And nice. I think at the time like spot was like 75 bones and I was like, what do you have on your Silvertown? And he knows what it is. Like he's a vintage guy too. And he's like, I'll do 850. And I was like, sold. And I also got a little Grammy of gold just because, just try and chip away at that 100-piece challenge.
There you go.
But I didn't get a poncho, Fish.
Oh, you never got a poncho?
Yeah, never got one, man. I just, Fish is probably one of the best influencers in the precious metal community.
Yeah, he definitely is. He has a very loyal following, man.
Dude, yes. Yeah. he's class, man. He's 100% class. But a lot of when we talk about like the challenges and things that come forth, like it was interesting. Like when he came back, he like blew the scene up, and then everybody has pouchos and all this stuff, and it was just so cool to see. I was like, oh my gosh, it's taken off. And then the haters come in. That I found that equally as fun. But yeah, man, it's just it's cool. Like I like what we're doing, like with this little the silver community. I kind of reside in like a little neighborhood of the silver community, like the Section 8 housing of the silver community. That's kind of where I reside.
We welcome everybody here, no matter what side of town you live on. It's of the silver community. We welcome everybody here.
Yeah, we definitely don't discriminate.
Oh, dude, I see it, man. Like everybody in the chat, like, I mean, it's really like a who's who every week, and everybody in the chat, super cool to see everybody. I actually was high speed and, got the laptop up so I can see the chat. So it's awesome to see everybody. But I'm not going to do a video reveal because my desk is a wreck. I might.
Mine is too. Don't worry. Just a little corner I have set aside for everything else is okay.
The life of a YouTuber.
That's it.
It's just the life of a messy person.
Well, so you're not very organized with your stacking collection?
I was when I first started, and then I just started like picking up pieces here and there. Like I used to put in my phone in the notes section, like where I got it, how much I paid, what spot was, what I paid over premium. And then the more I just started like picking up pieces here and there, the more I just got away from it. Because when I first started stacking, I did more online, like SD Bullion, JM Bullion, places like that. So it's easier to keep track of. But then when I go into a coin shop, pick up a couple pieces, and then I walk out, I'm just like, I just don't think to write it down or whatever. And it just gets put aside. So like, I don't keep track. I know a lot of people do spreadsheets and everything and keep track of their DCA, but dollar cost average cringe Kansas kid is like shivering right now.
No, Silver and Cigars.
Oh, Silver and Cigars, you're right.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't keep track like I used to, or like I should probably, but I don't know. I know about where I am with everything. You know, I could guesstimate, but I don't really keep track anymore.
Yeah, I don't think I ever kept track, man. I think I just had my vacuum cleaner out with the FOMO mentality when I first started stacking and attacking and just vacuuming up everything in my path. Regardless, I mean, I went hard when I initially started, but it was like I got in at like 17 when silver was $17 an ounce. And you know, we hear from people like Bob Wojciechowski, the OGs, right? They're stacking like when it's like $5 an ounce, and I'm just like, that is awesome. But I feel so incredibly blessed that I timed the metal market when I did.
Yeah.
And meet the people I did too on YouTube, because it's like the going back to that influence, right? What I've always liked about like the smaller channels is like for example, the best example I can probably do is like AGAU Addict. Are you familiar with him?
Yep. Oh yeah.
He is like I don't know. Maybe he is leader of the pack, but he's definitely a silver hound for sure. He's like leading the pack, and he just pulls out bars and I like how they provide context to what the bar is and history, and you know, helping people learn, helping people educate people. And this YouTube machine, it's really a repository for information. And people like Silverstruck, for example, like that education side, I would love to see more people kind of tap into that and provide substance as to what things are. Because what's the first thing we do? What's the first thing we do when we go into the LCS? We see a cool piece. We're like, gotta do research. I'm going on eBay. I'm gonna see if price is sold. I'm gonna look at their descriptions. I also check YouTube too, and it's cool.
Smart.
Yeah, so that's the stuff I enjoy. That's the stuff I like.
Silverstruck is like one of the he's got a lot of information on that vintage stuff, and he goes through it really well. That's for sure.
Yeah, I've been trying to streamline a little bit. Started by selling those kilo bars and just want to like maybe convert everything over to Eagles, a little bit of 90%, and probably about 100 or 200 ounces of vintage and like what I call vanity pieces, stuff that I buy for me. But the other stuff, I feel like it's just going to be like liquidation time when it comes time to roll to gold. For me.
Yeah, and you got me thinking about that too. Like I was talking to my brother the other day, and I'm like, that's what I think I want to start doing, like liquidate some of these like pieces that I thought were cool and they look cool, and I mean they are cool, but I think I want to go. Oh, did we lose? We lost
him.
Coast. He sounded like he was mobile, so maybe his signal dropped. Emerald, if you hear us and you want back on, the link is pinned, I believe.
It is pinned, and I'll drop it again.
Yeah, like you got me thinking about it too, and I started wanting to streamline it, and I was going to when it was like around the 110, and I finally talked to myself and then letting some go, and then the whole plummet happened, and now I'm just holding still. So
yeah, I found it was not an easy thing to do to move silver into gold without really losing a lot of premium on the silver side. Gold side, not so much. You could get like probably a spot deal on gold, but there's something to be said for what Kalilo does, PMs for sale. If he wants to trade into gold, he can immediately sell his silver, get spot for it, and then buy his gold pretty much close to or at spot, or maybe even under. So that might be a way to go. I get a little nervous on the security end of it.
right. And I'm when we go, for those of you guys that are in the chat, we are going live with Kalilo at 1 p.m. Pacific Standard Time on Kalilo's channel. So I'm gonna drop the link in there here again. I dropped it earlier. I'm gonna drop it again. And I want to ask him about that because, like I said, I wouldn't mind like moving some stuff around. And like you said, PMs for sale seems like a good option, along with pure metals. They're both good options for sure.
Yeah,
And
Kalila
I'm just
says he's working on a gold deal right now while he's in the chat.
yeah, that's what he said. He's working on a 5K 1 ounce deal.
Nice.
See, that's crazy. That's a lot of trust.
Yeah. Hey, Kalila, well, maybe we'll talk about it on your stream. I got a question about when you sell an order over a certain amount of money, what do you do about the insurance? So you can answer that on your stream.
I dropped a link in the chat. We will be over there on Kalilo's channel later. It is a flip the table, so we will be the guest for a change, we've done it a couple times and it's very cool. It's very, very different. It's almost awkward, don't you think, when you go like when we're guests?
Yeah, it's a little different. I don't know how to behave. I don't want to act like an idiot because I can be an idiot on our stream, but I don't want to be an idiot on somebody else's stream.
It's like one of them things I'm like, I don't know when I'm supposed to talk and when I'm supposed to shut up because on here I just ramble on for as long as you guys listen to me.
Yeah.
But like when I'm on someone else's live stream, I'm just like sort of quiet and be like, oh, is it my turn yet?
Right. No, I know what you're saying.
It's
Kalilo
fun,
is
you know?
Kalilo is good at filling up the space with with talk. He's very sharp.
Oh yeah, for sure. Peng says, how long have y'all been stacking? I think Blue Collar and I, we're both about the same, right? About 2 years.
Yeah, I think I started October of 23.
Okay, so you're a little longer than me. I started like January of 24.
Yeah.
So you started right about the time my brother did then. That's I think like my brother started like September or October of 23, I think.
Yeah. Yeah, that's pretty much it. I mean, I had old Whitman coin books, which I went through them all and I broke all the silver out of them and then just kind of added it to tubes, that was from when I was a kid, but I never did anything with it as far as stacking. That was just coin collecting.
Yeah. Imagine, man, couldn't imagine if we were stacking as kids instead of all the money I pissed away doing other stuff.
Well,
Silver
look,
Serpent says, Silver Serpent says, I think the shop I went to had the best deal on a GSR trade, 97% of silver spot and gold at spot. Yeah, that is a good deal. That's not bad at all.
nice. I see Matt Wingate put in the chat the date he started stacking. Why don't everybody else do that too? Throw your stack anniversary date up there.
There you go. Put your stack anniversary in the chat. That's what did I say? 10. I'll put mine in there. 01. Oh, wait, not 0.01. 01. 01. What did I say? 2024.
Yeah, I got mine in my calendar here. I got to look for it.
Lilo said March of 2020. Silver Serpent says May of 2025. May 1st, 2025. Paying February 2025. Okay. So you coming up on your anniversary, your stack anniversary. Roadkill said about 13 months ago. Dubsy says my oldest recorded date is 01/01/04. That's not 50 years, Dub. I thought you said 50 years.
Well, no, he says he's been coin collecting and
Oh yeah,
what
that's
have you.
true. There's a lot of new stackers in our channel then, in our chat. That's cool.
In the community for sure, yeah.
In the community yeah, that's true. Silver Serpent says, dang pang, dang pang, dang pang.
Bang, bang.
You got a lot of gold in 1 year. Yeah, if you ever listen to Pang though, Pang does like 36-hour days. Like he works for like 36 out of the 24 hours in the day. Pang does a lot of work. He's a hard worker, a lot of OT in Pang's world.
Yeah.
And
But that's how you get ahead, man. That's when you're young, you got to do that.
is that it? Good thing I'm
I
old
think
and I don't
so.
have to do that anymore. I'm too old to do it.
All right, I threw my date up there.
Neo says May of 2018. There you go. Silver Stallion says welcome to all the new stackers.
Nice.
He has to be liking that no tax on OT. That has to help him out a little bit.
What's that on in Florida, you saying?
No, with Trump's big beautiful bill, the no tax on overtime.
Oh. Yeah, but that's only up to a certain point, isn't it? You wouldn't.
I know with no tax on tips, it's up to a certain point, like it's up to 20 or 25,000, and then after that they still whack on the taxes. I'm not sure with the overtime thing. You know me, I don't do overtime. I barely do regular time.
Yeah, but no tax on tips. At least that'll get you through January, maybe February.
I wish. The problem is
You
with
just
the no.
caught on to that.
No, I heard you. The problem with the no tax on tips is it's my wife and I file jointly, so we get screwed.
Do you get it? But do you get 20,000 each?
No.
Oh, it's total 20.
Yeah.
Damn, that might be a reason to file separately if you could each take it.
Yeah, that's we go to our tax guy on Monday and I have to ask him. I know the last time we tried to file separately, he said no because we already filed jointly once. I'm not a
really?
tax professional, so I have to figure it out. He has to figure it out. And if it's a big difference, my wife wants a divorce.
Yeah.
No, she said she's like, we should just get a divorce on paper so we can file separately. I'm like,
I know
whatever you
people
want to
that
do.
did that.
No, she said she knows there's some people that have done that. Like some of her friends, one of her friends did it. Like they got a divorce on paper, filed separately. And then I imagine you just go get married again. What the hell, you know? Then you're back to filing separate, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know.
I tried when we first got married, I tried to get her to file separately. He said, well, you can file separately. You just have to use different addresses. So I'm like, I told her, I said, just use so-and-so's address. No, we're going to get caught. That's not right, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, shut up. She didn't listen. And now it is what it is. Maybe she'll want to do it this year though. We'll see. You
No,
know,
I thought you could though. As a married couple, I thought even though you're married and living in the same house, you could still file separately.
he said that when I asked him about it, he says, once you file jointly, then you're stuck filing jointly.
Oh, I thought you said before you filed jointly the first time. I must have misunderstood you.
Yeah, after we filed jointly, we got screwed.
I got you.
One tax lady told us file jointly, we'd make more money, and then I switched and went to him, and not so much anymore. But like I said, we go to him on Monday, and we'll figure it out from there. That's what we pay him for, so
Yeah.
we'll figure it out. Neo says, fell off YouTube, don't like how much time it takes, also killing debt. There you go. Nothing wrong with killing some debt. Roadkill, yeah, but it's not what you think. It's no tax on the half an hour when you get time and a half. It's that half that doesn't get taxed. That's still better than nothing. That's still 50% that's not getting taxed. I know it's not the dream that you think it is. And that's the same thing with no tax on tips. There's always some good and some bad to it all. But it's still better than what it once was.
Can you guys hear me?
Hey, Kalilo. Oh, no, wait. That's Dub C's
Check,
wrong,
check.
not Kalilo's wrong.
I am Kalilo. Isn't that's what's funny about it?
Oh, so no, I've seen you both in the same room at the same time, though. That doesn't work.
Oh, I got it. I got to show him what I sent you.
Oh,
collar.
M's back too. I didn't see that. I'm sorry. You know, I'm not paying attention, guys. If you guys were back there for a little while,
I've been
I
back there for an
totally
hour now.
apologize. I was looking at my phone trying to keep up with chat, and I wasn't paying attention.
Look, I found a video of you, Dub C. Is this just one of your old school videos?
That is one of my old school videos. Yeah, that's me doing the dub walk, the Dub C pimp walk.
Nice.
And you got all your gold on. I sent it to Blue Collar. I said, look, I found an old throwback video of Dub C dancing.
That's actually not throwback. That's last week.
What's up, Emerald?
I started cracking up.
How fun
Hey,
it is
BC.
to have Emerald in the chat also.
Hey, good to see you, Dub. Good to finally talk to you in person.
Yeah, that's kind of fun.
Or digitally? Virtually?
Digitally, sure. I'll take it.
Virtually.
So what do you guys think about the silver market?
It's sort of boring lately. Not much going on with it.
Yeah.
I was
Need a little-
when I saw silver starting to drop, that was actually one of the things that I thought of. I was like, well, this is cataclysmic. This is going to be unpleasant. we're going to have a lot of people who are a little bit despondent. And then I was like, what is everybody going to talk about on their channels?
I think I was texting with Blue Collar. I'm like, how many channels are going to have it's over, it's crashing, this and that, and you did see a lot of it, but like I said, you just I had a sneeze and it went away. You just have to zoom out. I mean, like a year ago today, we would have been thrilled to think that it was going to go to $77.
Yeah, I agree.
You know, so
that's actually kind of what I talked about in my video last night was, you know, you got to kind of learn to take these things in stride. This is not a get rich thing. This is a get rich quick thing. It never has been. And I think some people were kind of in that mentality. And, you know, maybe this serves as a wake up call to people that that's not really what this is.
Yeah, and I mean, it was going up so quick that the new stackers, and I'm not an old stacker or nothing, but when you first get in and you see like, holy cow, it's going up $10 today. Oh, it's going up $15. Oh, it's doubled. You know, it's done this. You know, it gets you hyped and everything. And then when you get kicked in the nuts and it drops like that, it's sort of scary. But you just have to sit back and think about why you're buying precious metals and why you're in precious metals. And like you said, if you're in it for get rich quick, that's not what it's about.
Well, everyone was calling for a pullback too.
Yeah.
Like everyone was, I mean, look at the graphic chart. I mean, have you ever seen anything go that vertical? Maybe on par with the digital currencies, but everybody was waiting to pull back. Something I experienced, Dub. I mean, I don't think you're really into like going to the LCS and buying large quantities, maybe collector pieces. But it's something that was eye-opening to me during this last rise was the LCS was loaded, like down here in Florida, it was loaded with silver. And what was the big takeaway for me was, okay, well, talking to my LCS, like, how are you liquidating? And he informed me, well, down here in Florida, and it's a regional. I don't know how it's, I'm sure someone else can talk elsewhere in the chat, or maybe you on the panel, but it was the fact that the refining companies stopped buying silver for 2 months. There was a hold on buying PMs. And that to me is an interesting story. That to me is like, oh, well, I never considered the fact that refiners weren't going to buy metals, or they're going to put a hold on buying copper or silver, whatever it may be. So that to me, this is the first time I've ever experienced anything like that. So, you know, that's just something that not so much the metal price rising and lowering, because I mean, we've been been expecting that rise to recalculate on silver and give it that proper value. But to me, the big story is, you know, the control over independent sales to like just the average Joe Schmo like me.
Right.
Like
And
go ahead. I'm sorry.
No, I was going to say you hit the nail right on the head, because as stackers, we count on the ability to sell our stack when we need to sell it. And who would have thought that it would get to a point where we might have to take $10 or $15 back a spot? That's a kick in the nuts, man.
What are you?
Sell it.
Bingo, Dub, bingo. So what does it all come down to? Selling it within the community or within our neighborhood? Back in the day when I first started my channel, I really wanted to learn how to do auctions. I don't know if you all venture this way, but I love the YouTube auctions that are held, like from SGT Stacking, Gold Sniping Farmer, Spokane Silver Stacker, Silver Oceans. If there are so many new stackers in the chat, I would strongly encourage you to check out some of those channels, because they do have some really nice sales on silver and some collectible pieces as well. And I'm just such a proponent of, you know, being a part of that community, buying and selling within YouTube and within our community. Probably one of my favorite things about this is the trading, the selling internally.
Yeah.
Nobody ever buys my stuff.
You never sell your stuff. You sold for the first time. This was the first time you sold in like long time, right?
It was like 2011. I think 2011 was the last time that I sold, you know, little tiny bits and pieces, but that's not what we're talking about. It was really 2011 the last time I sold.
Like when you say sold, like just to test the waters, or was it a large volume?
No, I mean, it was maybe a little bit larger back then. It was primarily, and I've told the story before on my channel, it was a 100-ounce bar of silver, and then probably another 50 ounces of kind of odds and ends of stuff. But just in the last month, I sold just north of 300 ounces of silver.
Yeah,
Mm.
but
So
you
this
bought,
was
but you
definitely-
bought it at what price?
Well, the stuff that I sold, you know, I don't know. You'd really have to kind of look at the average. The average on the pieces that I sold was probably quite low, but I've been buying all along. So,
Yeah.
you know, the average that I sold at, it would probably be safe to say somewhere around $30 an ounce.
Yeah, that's a
You know,
nice.
that-
And Dub, if you don't mind me asking, did you keep that as dry powder? Did you move it into something else?
Yeah, I kept almost all of it as dry powder, and I forgot to mention this in my live stream last night. You know, every once in a while, when you put on the same coat that you wore last winter and you reach in the pocket and you find a $5 bill.
Yeah,
Does that ever happen to you?
absolutely. Yeah.
Oh,
So,
yeah.
you know, you put it away in the spring and you don't put the jacket on again until December, and holy cow, what is this? A wrinkled up $5 bill? I was literally driving with my family in the car 2 days ago, and I was checking my pocket of my coat, and I was like, why is the interior pocket zipped up? And I unzipped it, and I found $2,200 in $100 bills in my pocket. I
Jeez.
swear this is the absolute truth, because I sold recently 3 or 4 times, and most of the time I took a check for one of those payments. It was, you know, it was well over 10K, but most of the time it was $100 bills. So I was trying to decide what to do with the money, and I was periodically dumping it into my checking account, and I had $2,200 in my zippered pocket inside my coat and completely forgot about it because I had sold 3 different times, and each time was, you know, thousands of dollars.
That is awesome.
This was
Rough
supposed
life.
to be a deposit, and I just totally had forgotten about it. That
No,
was the
Dub.
position to
That's
be in.
Dub. That's the new community challenge to liquidate to liquidate 100 ounces. Put it in your winter jacket while you hang it up for the summer, and then you forget about it. That's the new community challenge.
It was such a Dub C thing for me to do that I was laughing. I mean, it totally made my day because I thought, oh, I deposit all of that money. I've disseminated however it's going to happen. I think I burned through a lot of it, and I still had some of my checking account, and it's kind of earmarked for certain stuff. But to reach into the pocket and pull out, you know, 22 crisp $100 bills, I just felt like the biggest idiot. But it was also a very good feeling. I mean, it definitely made my afternoon.
So
Yeah,
Dub,
I'm
I
not-
know
don't
I know
if
you sold when it was under 100, right? Some of it.
Yeah,
And
3 different times, and I've got it written down, but I can't access it right now. The first time it was only about 70. I mean, it was like 70, 75. The second time it was maybe 85. Both times, those 2 times, my dealer was buying a significantly back of melt. So even though I was selling on the way up, and right now it would probably be about where I was selling, I was getting less than what it was selling for. I think all of us who sold were experiencing that. The last time I did happen to sell like 2 days before this crash or whatever you want to call it, and I got premium money for it, but I wasn't selling quite as much. It was 2 ounces of gold and a 10-ounce bar of silver, I think.
But
I'm pretty
did-
sure.
so when it hit like 120, were you like kicking yourself? Like, why did I sell? Why I should have just held, or
You know,
or
that's
were you
it's a
okay
great
with it?
question, and you would think that I would feel that way, and I'm kind of surprised that I don't feel that way, but the truth of the matter is nobody knew where it was going. Nobody had any idea. And if you want to use the average of maybe $30 an ounce, honestly, the pieces that I was selling, I was picking up when silver was 10, $12 an ounce. But even if you want to go with the average of maybe $30 and I was getting 65, 70, I was fine with it. And I knew that I would regret it if I didn't sell. I knew that I would have that FOMO of not taking advantage of the inflated values. So if it drops now, I'm fine. If it goes back up over $100 and then keeps on going, I'm fine. But I wanted to get on paper, not for bragging rights or anything, but just in my own mind, I wanted to know that I had actually sold when we saw these highs. And I don't regret it at all. I really don't. It was tough. There was definitely a psychological barrier, but I don't regret it at all.
It's funny you talk about that psychological barrier because I kept trying to talk myself into selling some. I'm like, if I sell like, you know, this amount, then that's basically what I have into my silver. I'm like, so then I'm free and clear all the rest of my silver you know, is free. You know, it's paid for. I've gotten my initial investment back, and I finally talked myself into doing that. And then it was like before I even got a chance to go sell it, it had taken the big old dump that it took. So, but I mean, so I was sort of kicking myself. I'm like, damn it. I'm like, I just wanted like one more day of $120 silver and I was going to go sell, or one more day of like where I could get like $100 an ounce for my silver and I was going to go sell. And then it just took that big plummet, but, it's okay. So I keep my silver, you know, it's not where I need to sell it. It was just like one of those things where, it was sort of like when we were talking with Silver or Stateside Stacker, and he said, you know, if you don't take money off the table, it's sort of silly with what we've seen and where we started, because him and I think we were started in where he started before me, but we were talking before, and you know, the average was like around $30. So it's like, why not take some of that money off the table? But
Yeah,
you
I
know,
mean,
Yeah.
and you
it's what
still
it is.
could. I mean, if you can find a buyer for it right now, and which that's just a weird thing to say. That was kind of what Emerald was alluding to. The fact that we, buyers are not buying, and I didn't predict that happening. You know, I didn't predict silver getting up above $100 an ounce. That was nowhere on my radar. I'm fine admitting that, but I didn't. What I didn't predict also was that buyers would just stop buying. Your local coin shop would literally, it's not buying back of melts, it's just saying we're not buying anymore. That refineries are not interested in refining. I did not predict that, and that puts us in kind of a weird situation.
I know, like,
Incidentally, I wanted to say, Kalilo, I saw your post about your comment there about a 20 peso. I look forward to hearing that. If I'm around at 1 o'clock today, I will definitely try to tune into you guys. That's 1 o'clock Pacific, right?
Yeah.
yep.
Look forward to that if I can possibly make it. I'm not sure exactly what's going to be going on today, but I will try as hard as I can to tune in. That sounds like it's going to be a blast.
Emerald Coast said he had to run, fellas. Didn't want to interrupt. Thank you for having me on. Emerald Coast, anytime you want, just let us know. We've been dropping links in the chat to get people up here. So greatly appreciate you being on and the kind words you shared with us. Appreciate it.
You get dub in the chat, and then nobody can get a word in edgewise. You guys should know that by now.
Well, you get, you know, it's when we get multiple people up here, you know, you get one or two, you get me rambling. I mean, I'm one to ramble on for a while too. So, not just you, Dub. It's all of us. It happens.
You know what you were saying, Dub, about you didn't expect that. My guy OJ told me that was going to happen. He said, "Man, you haven't seen nothing yet." He goes, "I remember 2011." He says they stopped buying in 2011.
See, I never encountered that back in 2011. Like I said, that was the last time I sold, and it was easy. It was, people were clamoring for it. Now, that was to a private buyer, if I remember correctly. I didn't sell it locally to like my local coin shop. And maybe the market is different. Maybe there are a lot of people like Kalilo's PMs for sale on Reddit and that kind of stuff. Maybe the market is really individual to individual right now, and it's really easy to offload it. But when you have coin shops whose entire idea is churning, is buying and selling, and you've got refineries whose entire position is to buy sterling, to buy 900 fine silver, 90%, that kind of stuff, and refine it, and they just say, absolutely not, we're just not doing it anymore. That's kind of weird. If your guy told you that, he was on to something, because I didn't hear that and I didn't expect it from anybody.
I saw it on Ben the Coin Geek. He did a video probably a couple months back, and he was like sort of breaking it down, and he had like I think it was a whiteboard or something, and he was trying to break it down like what could happen, what we're in store for. And it's basically what he was saying, you know, like we sell to the coin shop sells to the refiner has somebody to sell it to, and it's like this whole big system. Well, if one runs out of money and can't pay the other, then the other can't buy, you know, if the top dog, the big refineries that have, you know, refining all this, if they have all this getting dumped on them, then, you know, money becomes an issue for them to pay. And we're seeing that now, where some of these refineries are 2 weeks out before you can get paid. So these coin shops are taking their product there and they're not getting paid for 2 weeks. Well, now the coin shop doesn't have the money to buy from us. So it's just like a trickle down effect where there's no money to be spread out anymore. And then he was saying like how that's going to cause like some refiners to go under, which might cause some coin shops to go under, and it's just a trickle down effect. And I mean, that's he was on point. That's what it's come down to. And I've seen some of the one refiner, they're saying that they're not gonna, you can bring them the metals, but they're not gonna close the deal for like 2 weeks. And when they get around to your what you brought in to process it, whatever the price is at that time is what the price is you're gonna get.
Right.
Which I
Now,
think is
suppose,
that's crazy to me.
yeah. What do you do about people that brought stuff in at 120 and now they're going to get $70? You know,
Yeah, that's
that's a
that's
killer.
pretty painful. One of
Yeah,
my
and
local shops
especially
that
if
I
they
was
paid like 110 to a customer.
You can't operate like that. I can't imagine a coin shop saying, okay, that sounds good. I'm in. Count me in. Here's 1,000 ounces. Just pay me whatever spot price is in 2 weeks. You can't, how can you do that? You can't do
yet
that.
I think people are still kind of doing it, people who at least are desperate.
Yeah,
It's weird. My dealer said it's not 2 weeks, it's like 60, 90 days now to get
oof,
paid from their distributor who's getting paid from the refinery. So,
that's
I mean,
crazy.
like you said, shops they have to go under. Nobody's gonna finance a coin shop to buy silver in this kind of a market if they don't have lines of credit already established or cash on hand. I don't see how they stay open. This is gonna be really weird to watch.
Yeah. No, good point.
Yeah,
Exactly.
like even, I mean, we talk about Vermilion a lot because he's on YouTube and he does like videos every day, but like he's even having issues with all this stuff. And I mean, he's been a big player for a big time for a long time, I think. Another one was Coin Huskers talking about they had like $1 million deal that they were still waiting to get paid from the refiner for, and they needed that. They needed that cash to start to keep buying stuff that's coming in the shop and over the counter, and it's crazy.
But what does that mean for us as stackers? If the coin shops are going under, or if they are delaying how they're paying, or they're buying so far back of melt, does our stack completely lose its value? Does this, is this turn the lights off and close the door after you? I mean, is that the end of this entire way of life?
I've thought about that too, and I was talking to my brother a little bit about it. I'm like, is silver going to become worthless when we don't have a place to dump it? I mean, it's going to be one of those things where peer to peer becomes more involved and more relevant, like PMs for sale, like peer metals and outlets like that. People are going to turn to that. And I see a lot of people, they comment, be loyal to your LCS, remember they're a small business, blah 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 blah. But if the LCS is trying to give me $10 back a spot, and I can go on peer metals or PMs for sale and get $2 over spot, well, I'm sorry, LCS, but my loyalty is to paying my bills and putting money in my pocket. It's not to helping you out.
Yeah.
You know,
And it's
it's
not the coin shop's fault though, like Dub was saying.
no, not at
It's
all.
the refiners. Yeah.
Not at all. And I think the refiners just they didn't expect it. And like I saw somebody in chat, they said, um, I can't even go back to I'm not sure where it was, but the refiners were like, holy shit, we didn't know that all these stackers were hoarding this much silver. They're getting overwhelmed by everybody dumping this silver on the coin shops and the coin shops dumping it on them, and they can't refine it fast enough. They weren't ready for it.
One of the reasons why I don't regret having sold recently, I didn't see that kind of writing on the wall, but sometimes a bird in the hand, if you have an opportunity to get off the elevator at that level, sometimes it kind of makes sense to do that. I was just thinking in the back of my mind, I always kind of play that game, the kind of what if scenario. I wasn't thinking about this happening. And it honestly, it does seem to be clearing up at least a little bit. Who knows what it's going to be like a week, a month from now. But to take the money, right? To take the money and walk away, at least with a little bit of cash, you never know what's going to happen. You always have to kind of run through your mind and decide, is there some extenuating circumstances that could make this go away? Whether it's a market crash or dealers not being able to buy, dealers being overwhelmed, nobody deciding to buy at these high prices, so dealers not wanting to take anymore. I mean, there's a million things that were running through my mind, and it's just like, I've got to sell a little bit. I have to get out of a little bit of this for the sake of my own sanity. And I'm not saying that I was right in doing it, because like I said, honestly, the amount that I sold and the level at which I sold was probably not too far off from where the market is today. But can you walk into your coin shop today and sell right now? And some people probably can, but I bet there's a lot of people whose local shops are just not interested. So again, it was fortuitous. I'm glad I did it, and that's one of the reasons why I don't feel that regret, especially talking about this current circumstance where it's kind of tough to sell stuff.
And I run back to like talking to my brother, and I'm like, man, that's why I was thinking about selling some too, is because just like that situation you said, because who knows, it might not have outlets to sell someday.
Yeah, pajama stacking just said if silver gets above 100, we're going to be in an even worse position. At least that's kind of what I think that he's saying. Everybody who didn't sell when we had prices above $100, those are the people that are going to be like, why didn't I sell when it was above $100? So if it does, are we going to see a flood of metal hitting the market? And are they going to encounter this except to the nth degree? Doors just closed or signs up saying that we're not buying.
Yeah,
Like
I think you're gonna have a tough time getting above 100 in the short term because there's a lot of bag holders above 100 now,
Yeah.
and they're gonna be wanting to dump it, recoup some of their money.
So you think
They're-
if it
they're
hits back
licking
to
their
over
wounds
100,
and
you're going to
saying
see
what
another
could
dip
be.
down below it because of all the people wanting to get the hell out?
Well, I'm just saying there's a lot of suckers to clear out. You know what I mean? Not mean that in a bad way, but it's just the obvious truth. There's a lot of people that bought 100 and up that are just looking for an exit.
Yeah, I agree.
Well,
Are they going to be able to find it?
what I find crazy is like these, um, was it, Minot said he's having a hard time having inventory. Whatever, I mean, like we said, it's regional, depending on where you are, depends on what that market is doing for you or whatever. But he said he was having a hard time getting inventory to get out to people. A lot of what he had was going out the door, and he wasn't able to resupply it, which was another
Yeah.
thing I found interesting, because Elemental was at one point, they were like, most of their generic silver, which of course the LCSs don't really need, most of them don't need because so much is coming across the counter. But like if you needed generic silver from them, they were 3 weeks delayed. So if the LCS can't get any silver and none's coming across the counter, then like, I mean, it's interesting times, I think.
You mentioned
I think-
Elemental, and one of my local dealers, that is one of their primary or secondary distributors that they sell back to. And if I remember correctly, they told me that Elemental is just they're not taking anything right now.
I wouldn't doubt it. I mean, I I get emails from them, but I know their premiums for selling were over. It was like $1.50 for like selling their generic, which nobody's probably buying it, so it doesn't matter. But they were back to paying, according to their price sheet, $2 back for 1 ounce. But
Is
I
that the
don't
most
know.
recent sheet you got, or?
Yeah, and I mean that's not. That's just an email. You know what I mean? That's not.
Right.
If you go in there, they might not take it. Just like Dub C said, and I know Vermilion said that too. He's like they were putting a limit on what you could dump on them.
Mm.
This is
And
crazy.
that's what it's going to come down to for them to catch up. They have to do that. Otherwise, they can't. I'm sure their technology, their refining process is not up to date, and it's not up to the capability of what they're getting dumped on right now. They weren't ready for this.
Yeah, no, I could see that, and that's why they stopped the 90% first, because
Right.
it takes too long to refine it, and they just want to get that stuff in and out.
It is crazy.
Yeah.
Being Becky said she sold at 107.
Awesome.
Nice. Good job.
Yeah, that's nice.
Now, did you sell everything or just select bits, or?
She said
She said
14
14.
ounces.
Oh, 14 ounces. Okay. Yeah.
Which
And that's good,
That's not nothing, right? That's a fair amount.
absolutely.
Yeah.
That's what I was looking at, selling like a decent chunk, just to take, like I said, just to take some off the table, but stuff came up and I couldn't make it to the LCS. Silver Dragoons, what's up? Philly Stacker, good to see you as well. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Yeah, that's good. I mean, if you sold that much now, if you wanted it back in, you could, or if you want to hold that dry powder, you can. Either way.
That's a fair assessment too. When I was getting ready to sell, I took the counsel of 2 or 3 different people, bouncing the idea off of them because even I wasn't sure that I wanted to do that. That goes back to that psychology. And the people that I was talking to all said the same thing. Do you think the price is going to continue to go up or go down? I said, honestly, I think there's a better chance that it's going to go down than it's going to go up much higher than this, as we were seeing this just obscene trajectory, right? That rocket ship ride.
Yeah.
And everybody said the exact same thing. Well, if you think that there's a better chance that it's going to go down than go up, you can always buy back in. And they were right. I mean, right now I could probably buy back even somewhere about what I got paid for this stuff, or even maybe a little bit back of where I paid for this stuff. So I could get back in, take my time, get really nice pieces that have some meaning to me, and I probably wouldn't have lost anything along the way. So it is just, it's fortuitous. And again, I'm not a rocket scientist or anything like that. I didn't know what I was doing. I was just kind of feeling around in the dark, and it just felt right to me to sell. But if you're selling at 107, that's awesome. And I think Democracy said that he sold a lot more than that, right? I think he said he sold it like 120 earlier in the chat.
He sold at 110 spot, got 100.
That's, I mean, rock on. That's great. That is really good, especially if we're talking about a 100-ounce bar. But even if we're just talking about 1 or 10-ounce pieces, that was still capturing exactly at the right moment. You know, there's no regret in something like that. At least I don't think there is. And I have yet to see anybody who sold who regrets having done what they did when they sold.
Yep. He said right there, 100 ounces at 100.
That's
So
awesome.
that's a cool 10 G's right there.
Yeah, that is, especially if you bought cheap. And I think he did. I thought that's what he said in the chat. So yeah, taking advantage of that. Have you called in your contract to take delivery of a 1,000-ounce Comex bar, Kalilo? No, no, man. I've said many times before on my channel that I had an opportunity to buy a couple 1,000-ounce Comex bars that had come into local shops when silver was $8 or $10 an ounce. And even then I was like, this is dumb. Who would want one of these? It's so cool, but it's so dumb. I mean, it's like a shoebox of solid silver. And I mean, you can do the math. They weigh something like 70 pounds, don't they? Something ridiculous like that.
I actually got to hold one time. It was pretty crazy, pretty cool.
They're really cool. They're really beautiful, but talk about, you know, just silly. There's no reason to have something like that. That's an industrial thing, you know. That's like a 50-gallon jug of chicken wings or something. It's kind of funny and interesting, but it's not something you'd really want.
Well, I think like if you were hoarding silver, like you wanted to maximize your safe storage room, that probably wouldn't be a bad way to go. But
it's
I
just
guess you
so
could do the same thing with 100-ounce bars, right?
Yeah, I mean that's the drum I've been beating on my channel since I launched it. I have, you know, 8 or 10 100-ounce bars, whatever it is, and I bought them when silver was cheap, and even when silver was $30 or $40 an ounce, they started to really not make a lot of sense. They're so impractical. They're so indivisible, and we've seen that buyers, dealers who were actually buying 100-ounce bars, if you could get rid of them, were buying them really far back of melt. So I can't even imagine how difficult it would be to get rid of a 1,000-ounce bar. I mean, what do you do with it? I remember there was a guy back in the day, I'm talking probably 15, 20 years ago, who was building a huge inventory of silver for the apocalypse because he was convinced that he was going to be coining his own money out of it. And he had pallet after pallet after pallet of 1,000-ounce bars. And, you know, the apocalypse didn't come, at least not yet. What do you do with a 1,000-ounce bar of silver? It's just so impractical. They are very cool, but it's just very impractical.
Yeah, but if he was buying them at like, you know, $15 an ounce, right now he's running them to the bank. You know, I mean,
yeah, if he's still around, if he didn't get chicken and run away from it.
Yeah, I can't see 1,000-ounce bars is crazy, but even hundreds are crazy.
Hundreds are crazy. You know, I'll keep the ones that I have, especially the ones that have sentimental value to me. But I can't imagine buying a 100-ounce bar in this market.
Yeah, that would be nuts right now for sure. I'm trying to find the picture. I know I have it somewhere.
from 65 to 110, and generic and 90% right. So that's one of the things that I mentioned in my video last night, is getting rid of those pieces that don't really mean a lot to you, that maybe didn't fit into your stack. Silver Dragoon is saying that that's essentially the kind of stuff that he was working through. Honestly, that's the kind of stuff that I got rid of too. But the problem with Dub C being Dub C is my stuff is good, at least in my opinion, right? The pieces that I have are pretty interesting, and it was tough to get rid of even the lesser quality of those pieces. It's a really big vote for having some really generic stuff in your stack, something that I've always lamented the fact that I didn't really have. This really underscored that. It's not a bad idea to just have 5 or 10 generic 10-ounce bars, Silvertown or Pamp or whatever else it is. Stuff with no emotional attachment.
Mm-hmm.
That's when I started looking more towards stacking weight. That's what I was looking at, like stacking a certain X amount of weight in 5-ounce bars, X amount of weight in 10-ounce bars. Just like you said, just to have the generic aspect, like the liquidity and no attachment to it. And I got close to my goal, I think, but I'm not sure if I ever met it.
I always ask myself, would I rather just have this money in the market? You know, would I rather just put this into a generic ETF or an S&P fund or something like that? If it's going to be that generic, if it's not interesting to look at, because as I've said many times before, I don't really think of this stuff as being an investment. So does it make sense to stack generic? I think there is a place for generic. I think that there is a good idea to have some of it. Fake 1,000-ounce bars. This is one of the reasons why I said early on in my videos that the 100-ounce bars don't make a lot of sense. It's that whole eggs in one basket mentality. If you've got a 1,000-ounce bar and it gets stolen, or if your house catches fire, or it turns out to be a fake, you're amplifying the difficulties of that. Whereas if you've got, a few rolls of Silver Eagles, even if it's a monster box, that makes a lot more sense to me, premiums aside, than having a 1,000-ounce bar.
Yeah, I mean, how could you ever verify a 1,000-ounce bar?
I mean, is it the cat that's always on, I'm trying to think of his name.
Just ping tested it, where it pings.
Yeah, ping test a 1,000-ounce bar. Let's see if we can do that. No, I mean, you've had instances where people are slicing up those 1,000-ounce bars to make little like bread slices, because the 1,000-ounce bar does look kind of like a loaf of bread, really. And you can slice into it if you've got the right equipment. I guess it's probably just a bandsaw, right? A power saw. You can slice those and then sell the individual slices, the bread slices, and that's kind of fun too. And slicing into it, you could tell pretty easily if it was fake.
Yeah.
That's where
what if you cut that with a water jet? That would be pretty cool.
Yeah.
Send it over to Coin Cutter and let them make a 3D puzzle out of it.
Oh man, can you imagine? Sorry, I lost 100 ounces on the way.
Yeah.
In sawdust.
100 ounces of dust on his floor.
All right, what time are you guys going live?
We are. Go ahead. I'm sorry, Vegas.
1 p.m. So 4 o'clock your time.
And that's on Kalilo's channel, not your channels.
Correct.
Man, you guys remember when people used to ask me onto their channels? Nobody ever does that anymore. What's up with that?
We don't have to ask. You're always welcome.
Open invitation.
You're always welcome on here. I don't want to hear it.
To be wanted. It's nice to be asked to the dance once in a while. It's not true. So many people have had me on, and I appreciate it. I appreciate you guys taking me this morning. I was watching you guys just not making any sense at all, knowing that I needed to jump in there and correct you and really lead you down the correct path here. So
yeah, we were floundering.
Yeah, you were floundering and you weren't making any sense. That sounds like my live stream last night. That was a catastrophe. But I appreciate you guys taking it.
I jumped in there for a little bit. I didn't make any comments, but I was in there listening for a little bit.
I got so coked up on coffee last night because I was so tired. I was beat. And I thought, this is kind of a short video last night. It was that video where I was kind of assuring people this is going to be okay. We're going to be okay. And then I'm just like, this will be a fun opportunity for us to take our minds off of the market. Let's distance ourselves from the actual market. Let's talk about some weird and interesting pieces. So I put out some kind of weird and interesting stuff. I mean, I've still got it sitting on my desk. Pieces like this great big silly Toivo Johnson 7-ounce 999 silver round from 1962, 63, or whatever it was. But I was having such a hard time coming up with the right words to say. And I think it was just I drank too much coffee too fast, and it was too late in the day. So I do apologize. Anybody who joined me last night, if I wasn't making any sense at all, I apologize.
So it was definitely coffee. It wasn't Coke, you said?
No, it was definitely coffee.
Oh, okay.
I haven't done silly things like that in a long time. I will admit, bought some of the that THC seltzer water stuff.
Oh,
You guys ever have that?
no,
No.
never.
It became a thing in the Midwest, and I don't know if Trump was threatening to ban THC drinks, and it was causing a lot of trouble. And I think ultimately he decided not to do that. I don't remember exactly what the story was, but some of our local shops were selling it, and this wasn't that the oil, the hemp oil stuff. This was legit THC. This was really the psychoactive chemicals from weed, and they infused that into seltzer water, and it's just kind of like a light spritzer kind of a thing, but it's got a THC kick. And I bought some of that, I want to say about a year ago, and that was the first time that anything that was kind of weed related had been in my body for a good 25 years. And wow.
Yeah, I was gonna say, did it hit different?
It hit really, really different. It hit different from beer. You guys know that I'm a big fan of beer, and I drink a little mezcal every once in a while. I wouldn't say that I'm a lush, but I do like to have a few beers on the weekend. And this stuff, it hit my brain the exact same way that we did back in high school, college. And it was funny to relive that experience, but it wasn't something I enjoyed doing. So you guys who are toking right now, or vaping, or whatever it is you kids do now, this stuff is probably so much stronger than what I would have been used to.
God. Yeah.
It is a very different time nowadays, and they have it like to science, and they try and say this and that, and this stuff does this for you and this does that for you. I'm like, it all does the same shit.
It all does the same thing.
It all does the same. You just have to smoke a little more or smoke a little less.
Yeah, it was funny how I was like, oh, I remember this exact feeling. This is exactly what it sounds like.
Oh, here we go.
Yeah, pharmacists try that kratom stuff. I don't know, man. I've seen some bad things about that.
Yeah, no thanks. I'm not going to do that.
Oh wait, hold on. Let me pop that up there. That's you at the 1,000-ounce bar.
Look at that pallet.
Yeah.
Look at that pallet full of 1,000-ounce bars.
You would feel so good on paper, but who's buying those 1,000-ounce bars from you? Maybe the refineries are actually taking those. We know that the LBMA was running out of 1,000-ounce bars, so maybe these were actually a little bit more liquid than they usually are. But man, look how much money represented there.
Yeah, now forget about it. Each one of them 1,000-ounce bars, 77 grand, 78 grand.
Ouch, that is insane to think about. How many bars do you see there? There's probably 50 bars.
There's well over a couple of $1 million worth of bars there.
Two pallets there. There's 1, 2, 3, 4. That's 12, 15, plus another 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, another 15. There's 30 that I can see, and that's probably, there's another 30 there. Probably like 70 bars between those two pallets.
If I was going to stack that type of silver and I wasn't using it in some kind of an industrial application, it would just be monster boxes. I mean, it's the same thing, right? You might have to pay a little bit more of a premium, but ultimately in a market like this, what difference does that make? If you're buying at $30 an ounce and you're paying $35 versus buying $30 an ounce and paying $31, that disappeared. We saw swings going up $8 or $10 a day sometimes. And a monster box, I think a monster is 500 ounces, if I remember correctly. I've never actually owned one before. But it's so much easier to buy and sell individual rolls, individual coins, or even monster boxes than those huge 1,000-ounce bars.
For sure. And I think that's why, I think Blue Collar, you did a good thing by selling those kilos, and you got a fair price, and you did it at the right time, because the market it's not totally against kilos, when you got rid of those. And I know
we're on fire for a while there. That was like the bar to have, especially in the UK. That was what everybody wanted.
Yeah. I mean, they're cool bars. I felt bad giving them up, but I think they went to a good home. The same guy bought all three of them. and I ended up with 100 eagles out of the deal, so I can't complain.
No, I mean that's fantastic.
Oh,
Yeah.
you did. You had to. I know at one point when you did sell it and the price kept going up, you're like, shit, what did I do? What did I do? But it all turned out good for you. So I'm happy for you for sure.
Yeah, no, it definitely worked out well. I'm happy with the trade. I call it a trade. It wasn't really a trade. It was silver to fiat to silver, but for all
It ended
intents
up
and purposes, it was a trade.
being a trade
Conversion.
A
conversion. There you
conversion. There you go. Conversion. I like that.
go. Forbidden Planet 777 says, why would you sell to Comex when they purposely do everything they can to drive the price down, raise margins over and over, and let manipulation take place on a grand scale? But don't they raise margins to like? They're not. Is it totally manipulation or is it to protect themselves, just like a coin shop raises premiums?
Well, they raise margins, right? Because of the volatility. So if silver drops $26 in one day like it did, or whatever it was that day, $31,
41.
whatever it was, they're on the hook for all that money that people bought contracts at 100. If it goes down, they got to pay it back, right? Or, so they're on the hook for all that.
Yeah,
It
so
can be a
it's sort of
dirty
like
market sometimes.
it's sort of like a protection for them, right? I mean,
Yeah,
it's
it basically it makes you put more skin in the game. You
Yeah.
know?
I think it's logical. I understand why some people wouldn't want to have to deal with this, but this is the nature of what we do. If you're on that level, you have to deal with the, systems that are in place.
I mean, you got to think it's a business like anything else. If you're running a business, you got to protect yourself in one way or another too. I don't know. Silver Dragon says they raise and change margins, then create 100-ounce paper contracts. Yeah, I mean, it's the business they're in, and people keep buying them. So
Yeah, I think the whole 100-ounce paper contract is just foolish. I would just buy options at that point. Why would you want to get involved with a 100-ounce paper contract where
Seems
you
like
could
a very
lose more than you put in?
Yeah. Or just buy physical.
I mean,
Yeah.
at that point,
Well, I
right?
mean, the thing though with futures and options, you're getting in at a much lower. You're controlling a lot more metal for a lot less money.
That's true. So the idea of the option is that you're only going to potentially lose your original investment and not the value of the contract.
Yeah, correct.
Okay.
Yeah.
So if you go belly up, you're out of it. God, I need a cup of coffee, guys. You've lost your investment, whatever that is, but it's only a proportion of the amount that the contract is written on the first place. And it used to be it was about 10%, but it sounds like they've upped that ridiculously now, haven't they? I don't even know what the margin is.
They went to a percentage. It used to be, I think it was for a 5,000-ounce contract. It used to be around $15,000.
Yeah, so
around $3 an ounce.
yeah,
But
so
they've
you're
gone up
definitely able
since
to
then a
expose
lot.
yourself to a lot more silver with a lot less money, but you also have the potential of losing literally all of that 15,000 bucks. And if you're buying the actual option, then you're in for, however much 5,000 ounces is selling for.
Yeah,
Says,
with a futures contract though, you can lose more money than you put in.
Yeah, that's this is just a form of gambling, this whole futures and options. That I don't think I've really ever been interested in. I've got too much stress in my life already.
Yeah.
yeah, finding crisp $100 bills in coat pockets.
Yeah, exactly. That's
It says as
first
of
world
February
problem
1st,
right there.
as
I was
of
just like,
February
can't
1st, the
hear it.
margin requirements for COMEX gold and silver futures have increased due to heightened market volatility. Silver futures, non-heightened risk profile, margins increased from 11% to 15% of the underlying contract's value. Heightened risk profile margins increased from 12.1% to 16.5% of the underlying contract's value. Gold went from 6 to 8 and 6.6 to 8.8. So I mean, gold went up like 2%. Silver's gone up 4%. So you can look at that how you want to look at that.
Interesting. I mean, you can make so much money so quickly, but it's a gamble. It's you know, buying physical is a gamble, but that's a gamble. That's a scratch off ticket.
Hey, nothing wrong with gambling or scratching tickets.
When that's how you make your living.
Hey guys, we've been on for like 2 hours and 40 minutes, and I think I gotta cut it because I got some stuff to do.
Yeah, and you guys are going to go live. Your voices are going to be shot if you're anything like me. You guys who stay on for 2-3 hours at a time, I'm so jealous. My voice was hashed after last night, and that was like an hour and 15 minutes, I want to say. I'm just a big wimp.
It does like 10-hour stream. I think as long as it's like 10 hours or something crazy.
It would be so impossible for me to do something like that. But I do appreciate you guys taking me on today. This was fun. It's been a long time since I've been able to join you guys in a chat. And the best at this kind of thing, absolutely positively, Blue Collar in Vegas. You guys are just so good at this now. And you get every single time I watch you, you guys are better and more fun to watch.
It means a lot, Dub. Greatly appreciate that.
Thanks, Dub.
Yeah, nice to see you. I will try as hard as I can to catch you guys on Kalilo's channel later on today at 3 o'clock PST. Tune in where they'll be giving away, if I remember correctly, White, it was 2 ounces of gold and 500 ounces of silver. So
it was 2 centenarios
later on this afternoon.
And Comex bars.
Yeah.
And I look forward to hearing about Kalilo's new 20 peso. Those are stunners. That is a fantastic piece. And if I was reading his comment correctly, it's not a restrike. He's got a legit 1918. Don't say it. I'll try to tune in if I can. I am a huge fan of the 20 peso gold coins. It's one of the most beautiful of the entire Mexican series. And I hope he's going to be able to show it to us. Maybe he has gotten it already. Hopefully he has. I'll try to be there. But I'm going to go ahead and take off, guys. Thank you so much for taking me on. I will catch everybody in the streams.
Take care, Dub.
Have a good one, bud.
Thank you.
So guys, I dropped the link one more time for did I drop it? Where is it? Did I drop it? Did I not drop it?
Fish, you finally got your internet going.
I finally did, man. I'm home, so I'm on Wi-Fi again. I was driving around. I was trying to do it while I was driving, but the Spectrum, just all the services are down. You have cell service, but ever since the freeze, they haven't gotten internet back. It's been crazy.
Really? Wow.
Yeah. Even like locally at my house, it's spotty because we're on Spectrum. And then, hey, my dog's out, so I'm in the backyard right now. Hey, over there. So how you guys doing, man?
Yeah, doing good. We were just about to jump off, and so I saw you.
I just wanted to apologize for trying to come on and not being able to come on multiple times. So I got stuck in
I saw you sitting there. I didn't want to leave you hanging. And
no, well, I was already gone, but I think it froze me in the thing. Hey, come on. Yeah. So you guys are just ending your stream. You've been on a while.
Yeah, we're getting to 2 hours and 40.
2:40.
Yeah.
We're doing a double today, so it'll be a long day for sure.
Yeah, we're gonna be on with Kalilo at 4 p.m. Eastern.
Okay.
So, Fish, we got a little meeting coming up, right? Tuesday, we're still on.
Yeah, we're still on for Tuesday. My plans almost got changed, but no, we're good. We're still on. Koshi, inside.
Right, sounds good. Keep me posted.
Yeah. I'll hit you up once I'm down there on the way back up. But yeah, I'm looking forward to it. We're gonna go by OJ's.
Yeah. Maybe we could do a little live stream from there or something, a quickie.
Yeah. We can grab some food. It'll be good. All right, man. Well, good hearing you guys. Sorry I wasn't able to get on earlier, but I've got my granddaughter's birthday party today, so I'm in the process of getting all that stuff ready for that. She just turned 3, so we are. The house is getting birthdayified. You know what I'm saying?
Awesome.
You get her a pouch with a Centenario in it?
Not with a Centenario, but it's chocolate gold. She likes chocolate gold right now. We haven't got her onto the real gold yet.
Cool.
It's never too early to start.
Yeah, never too early. She actually does. It's actually when she was first born, we had a box and everyone contributed, and she actually has a stack. She has like bunch of fractional gold in there, a bunch of silver in there. So she actually has a little stack. She's never seen it before, but one day she will.
Awesome.
Very cool.
Yeah. So, All right, dudes. I'll get out of here. It's good talking with
All
you.
right, brother.
If I'm around, I'll try and catch the stream later on Khalil's, but I'm probably going to be in birthday party mode. So,
No worries.
Cool,
Enjoy
man.
the
Enjoy
birthday
it.
party.
okay. All right. Later, guys.
Later, bro. Thank you everybody for hanging out. I did drop the link once again for Kalilo's live. We will be on there in what time is it? 10, 11, 12, 1, like 3 hours. We'll be over on Kalilo's channel. We get the tables turned on us where we become the guest for a change. Not a change. We've done it a couple different times. It's been fun when we've done it, for sure. And
Yeah,
Kalilo
absolutely.
is really good at running a live stream, for sure.
He is. He's good at everything, man. Kalilo's awesome.
He learned from two of the best.
He absolutely did. Not.
Silver Stallion, Silver Dragoons, Ping, Space Miner. Hey, Space Miner. Rudy, good to see you guys, everybody. Reckless Collections, Silver Stallion, Galilo, Forbidden Planet, Neo, Mike for Democracy, Forbidden 7777, Mr. Happy Stacker. Hey, sorry I missed you guys. I was trying to look for stuff and multitask. Silver Dragoon, everybody, thank you, everybody that has been in here. If I did not call your name, we still appreciate you for being here and supporting us as always. If you would also support us by going over to Kalilo's channel at 1 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, 4 p.m. East Coast Time, that would be awesome as well. We would greatly appreciate that. 8 o'clock p.m. BST time if you are in the UK.
And if anybody's on Whatnot today, check out Farmer Stacker. Farmer Stacker is good live stream. Check him out.
Very cool. He should be running some good deals, it sounds like.
Oh, yeah.
Rudy, also thank you as well. Thank you, everybody.
Take care, everyone. Have a good Saturday, and see you later on Kalilo's stream.
Blue Collar, thanks for having me on. Appreciate it.
Anytime, brother. You know that. We'll talk soon.